trying? Yeah. What a bunch of assholes. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, son of a bitch. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? He's a fucking ass. He's a fucking ass. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, son of a bitch. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? He's a fucking ass. He's a fucking ass. He's a fucking ass. He's a fucking ass. So his stage was mad short, but it was hard because of their fucking jump. The platform jumps. Alright, Gutsman is fucking toast. He's a fucking ass. He's a fucking ass. I say yeah, then I say yeah, and it's a song cause you bought it, yeah. Now I'm rich and I didn't do shit. You're a fucking moron for buying this bitch. I say yeah, then I say yeah, and it's a song cause you bought it, yeah. Now I'm rich and I didn't do shit. You're a fucking moron for buying this bitch. Yes.
Just a moment. I don't know what the hell this thing is doing. It's not working alright for some reason. Alright, that should be it. Okay, I think I finally got it working. And I've had issues all this morning with this. I was going to stream Hollow Knight this morning, but I couldn't get it shit to work. But it should be up now. Yay! Oh, 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 oh. Dealing with his music. Yeah, I was gonna do Hollow Knight earlier, couldn't get to work. It's like, well, I know we'll do like we did last time where I watched a Call of Duty video of him sucking at life. Then that didn't work. Still not sure it's working. Also, that there's one person watching, so the one person watching, can you hear me? Can you see me? Take one to OBS. It's green. That's working. Everything should be working, but you never know with YouTube. Lightning, how's it going? Can't believe that you thought this was a song, but it's not, because it's DSP music. That's the one made and never got paid for or credit for. Rhyme all along. All I did was rhyme all along. Well, you didn't rhyme anything, DSP. Someone made the song to make it rhyme.
Now I'm rich, yeah, yeah. Look at my grills, fuck you. I say yeah.
God. Used to make tons of money there, DSP. You used to be rich. And then you blew it all on stupid shit. Like a dumbass. Rich and didn't do shit. You're a fucking moron for buying this bitch. David, Aceman, how's it going, everybody? Yes, you do. When you make it on time. Whenever YouTube decides to alert people. It's usually not the person's fault. It's usually YouTube that doesn't let anyone know that it's live. Oh, gotta use the restroom, then we'll get set up and started. Why were you not already set up? Why didn't you already use the bathroom? Why do you wait to start the stream to do this shit? This is your fucking job. I couldn't imagine showing up to work 10 minutes late and telling them, alright, well, I gotta go to the bathroom first, and I'm gonna do this first, and I'm gonna do this, and then, like, hey, it's been 20 minutes, where the fuck are you? I'm still digging around on my phone, playing WWE Champions. Like, what job could you show up late every day and dick around for half an hour? He likes to use the bathroom to come anytime. Yes, he does. Power of Dark Side Phil. That's about the only part of that song that I actually like is the You Don't Know the Power of Dark Side Phil. That's because it's Star Wars. More like Bizarre Wars. Too many prequels. Can't follow along. Wars. More like Bizarre Wars. Of course, Nemo saved the event. Who else would? Just in time before the sub bomb dropped, guys. No, he's got he's already down to 599. Now he wants 650, guys. Did you guys want a second special event for only 51 more members? Like, you can't get. He couldn't get 400 without membership bombs. What the fuck does he think he's gonna get for 650? Like, there's not a chance in hell of that ever happening. I spawn, I die. You don't know the power of begging side Phil. Nails on a chalkboard have a better beat. Now we sit here and we wait in anticipation of him getting in with the bathroom and not washing his hands. Again. I spawn, I die. If only he did. Only it wasn't just a song, but real life.
Every fucking person on these maps has dual shotties. Yeah, dual shotty that cocksucker. Every fucking person.
Not the shotgun.
Dual shotties, I can't do shit. Come here, motherfucker, huh? You fucking want some bitch? You want some bitch?
You want some bitch?
Motherfucker, huh? You fucking want some bitch? You want some bitch? Huh? Come here, motherfucker, huh? You fucking want some bitch? You want some bitch?
Okay, Cutson, how's it going? Oh shit, that reminds me. Ta-da! Hit that like button, of course. If you don't hit the like button, DSP wins. Terrible. So you think he'd learn eventually, like, hey, maybe I need something else besides get the subs. Nah, I'll just go get the subs all day, every day. Well, that's DSP Reee. He never... Why blow bubbles to get 25... I don't have any bubbles to blow, though, because I'm not a child. I don't have kids. I don't have bubbles. Spawn, I die. Spawn, I die.
I really wish these 10-year-olds would shut the fuck up.
Better time, member. Holla holla. Hey, Sman.
I really wish these 10-year-olds would shut the fuck up. I really wish these 10-year-olds would shut the
You're
fuck
already on the
up.
list? You are not on the list already according to this. Awesome.
I spawn, I die. I spawn,
Hey, scroll up.
I spawn, I die. I spawn, I die. I spawn, I die.
Holla holla. Through the Rainforest Cafe. Oh, that's cool. I've been to a couple of those before. Pretty neat. It's not a place I'd like go to normally, but when you're on vacation, like in Chicago or something, it's like, yeah, they go in Chicago. Let's go to it. Easily amused.
That's what I'm fucking talking about right there, man.
Nah, that'd be Dave and Buster's. Dave and Buster's definitely the grown-up version of Chuck E. Cheese.
This is for the GoBots, the Rock Lords, the Psychonauts, and all the other third-rate transforming robots that never got their due. Here we go. Rock and roll. Go, go, go. 80s hair metal, baby. Platformer. Platformer. Yeah.
Platforming. Well, thank you, Ace Man. Hopefully you keep enjoying them. And maybe my other stuff, although my other stuff I know is not as entertaining for most people.
Oh shit, X and A together does a wide attack? Look at that attack.
I mean, it could be that. But he is getting the money on Patreon to do them. But he could be doing extra just to make the Sub Bomber happier. Being funnier. Have to jump whenever they say jump. Funny ass just, yes, man, of course I'll jump for you. As long as you give me more membership bombs, I'll jump as high as you want. Although I could explain why he's always so bitchy about having to do them. Like, yes, I get the money at the beginning, but then the money goes to bills. Then why do you care so much about having to take a night stream off? Because last night's stream, he got what? Not even $50 in tips? Like, huh, do I get this guy to pay me $200 to make multiple React videos? Or do I take a night stream and make $30? Which was more money?
That was a fucking badass song. I gotta get that song.
It's not ack ack ack. Immediately ack ack acks in that song. God, can you imagine he got copyright striked by Nintendo for using their artwork Guys, Mario's a bunch of cocksuckers. Well, I mean, you are using their artwork. I'm not using that artwork, someone else did. Yes, and then used it on your stream. Because you don't make anything. God, that'd be hilarious. At this point, it's not going to be anything the trolls or detractors do that take him down. I really feel it's going to be something stupid like, oh, he used Nintendo artwork in his fan art. Nintendo takes him down. You know, it's going to be something stupid like that. Like, alright, we're going to put money on how he gets taken down off the internet. Alright, who had Nintendo strikes his channel to death? Yeah, that could be the other thing. Oh man, can you imagine he's doing that commercial thing on the Saturday before the Super Bowl? All of a sudden the channel goes down like, I don't get it. I got a strike from the NFL. It's bullshit. Like, hey DSP, they don't play around. Would you be able to report him? Like, is there a way to like, hey NFL, this guy's using your material without your permission. Take him down. Parbs, how's it going?
Instant death, instant death, instant death, instant death, instant
I have not yet, Parbs. I was watching football, well, worked 8 hours, then went to friends' house and watched football all day. Unlike DSP, I have friends. I have friends. Unlike DSP. Instant fucking death. 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 Instant fucking death.
instant fucking death. Yeah, come on, everyone, together now. Together with the song of instant fucking bullshit.
That's one of the things about Hollow Knight. They don't have anything that's instant death. Yeah, you take a hit, but you don't instantly die and have to start at the beginning or whatever.
I hit him with the rocket, he's fine. I go up to shoot him and I die instantly. Die instantly. Die instantly. Die instantly. Die.
I don't know what they were thinking with that last play. Like, you're going to have your running back snap the ball. Not your center. Not an offensive lineman who knows what he's doing. No, you had your running back snap the ball and then get plowed by the defensive lineman. Like, what the hell was that? I know, the 1 Minute Man doesn't count. It's almost as if 1 Minute Man ain't real. Huh, imagine that. IG? Oh, Instagram? No, I am not. I do not use the Instagrams or the TikToks.
Instant death, it's instant death.
That's including 1 Minute Man? Ouch, that's gotta be painful. Uh-oh. I have the Discord. I don't use it as often as I should. I do get around to using it every now and then. I like the doggy. I also like the space cat. For DSP, I usually use the doggy. A pup without a sharp suit on. Hey, hey. We gotta get through this intro that he also did not make. With everything else in his job, he makes absolutely nothing. And then he takes credit for it because, hey, it's his channel, guys. I do
Good
like
morning,
Space
everyone.
Cat.
Phil here, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast, where we're busy having fun down here on Level 1. Today is Monday, the 23rd of January, 2023. Of course,
That's
it is time.
a little upset that the other Level 1 podcast people haven't been able
We
to
have a
sue
lot
him
of good
yet.
things to talk about today. Excuse me.
Really, DSP gonna do that all morning?
We got a good balance today. First of all, great news, right?
Great news. You made a lot of
huge,
money.
Awesome news in regards to hitting our members goal for the month of January. It is absolutely official. As of last night on the Oblivion stream, we did it. We hit the members goal. It was absolutely
hit it.
euphoric.
Everyone
was having a great time last night with the fact that we now know we have locked in to the upcoming Super Bowl Saturday Bash Marathon event. We have so many cool ideas of things that I'll be doing during that day, and now we can actually begin.
You're gonna be eating.
To
Wow.
plan them because the event is happening. Okay, so I'm very excited for that. Now we have
You're very excited to eat on stream again, guys.
at the end of this month to talk about it, hype it up, right, and get all in line and plan for it. I need to get some things together. If you remember, we're talking about me possibly ordering a few things to have for the event, and also when I start going grocery shopping, now I'm going to start looking and see what kind of snacks and things that they have there.
Some pizza pockets
for the event as well. So obviously, I'm very pleased with that, right?
Hey, he hates football, but he's making a huge deal out of this.
At the same time, yesterday, the Signalis stream. Whew, we got to talk about it, right? Now, the good news is
he
Signalis
so
is
hated
done.
Signalis.
But the way that
there's a puzzle,
Signalis
guys.
playthrough
Bullshit.
has gone kind of really makes me apprehensive. And we're going to talk about that this morning on the podcast. I feel like it's a discussion we have to have. You know,
the discussion is that you sucked at it.
That I've been a content creator. For the most part, I cover
puzzles because you can't
major
figure them
releases.
out.
I cover AAA games. I cover games that have an established IP or following. Every once in a while, if there's something new from a studio that's already a tried and true studio that we trust as someone to put out, you know, great games, I'll check that out. But in general, one of the criticisms that I have received over the years is that I don't play many indie games. That indie games kind of go under my radar, and it's only if someone like really pounds me with requests to play
games
indie game
to
that
keep your
I'll
channel
actually
going.
check it out. I'll give you a case in point. Hades. Hades was a game, a roguelike, a game franchise, and a game, not franchise, a game genre that I really had never, ever played. I didn't know anything about it, okay? And then in 1 year's time, I played Returnal, and then I played Hades. And people have been asking me to play Hades for a couple of years, and I kept telling them, nah, it's not really available on the console or anything yet, and I'm not really interested in it. And then when it finally came out and I tried it on Xbox, I loved it. It was actually one of my favorite games a couple of years ago.
They refused to finish, we know.
To the point where I was actually really happy I played it, because personally, I didn't really
I don't
like
want to miss the
Returnal.
views, guys.
I felt that Returnal wasn't that good of a game, and that Hades took that roguelike formula and did it way better, which made me understand why so many people liked Hades then, okay? So there are some cases where I play indie games and they work out. Hades was a great playthrough where people
made a lot of money
and everything was great. However, in general, I don't play indie games. right? I just
'Cause
don't.
you suck at
And
'em.
in the case of Signalis, this is a game that I'm playing right now that is a throwback survival horror game. The graphics are outdated on purpose. The controls are retro on purpose. The game mechanics, there's a lot of backtracking. There's a lot of inventory management. There's a lot of cryptic puzzles. The gameplay where, you can't really kill any of the
Puzzles
enemies
you can't figure
permanently, or if
out
you do,
'cause
it's
you're an
pretty
idiot.
limited. It's all done to play like an old school homage to those classic survival horror games like Resident Evil 1 and 2 or the original Silent Hill games. That's what it's going for. Okay? I think it does do a good job of that. And I strongly enjoyed the game until last night.
Until you actually came across a puzzle.
Yesterday afternoon, when the game took away my map. And that actually pissed me off. Because taking away my map is just adding frustration to the game. It doesn't make it any harder. It just makes it more frustrating for the gamer.
Well, obviously made it harder
Especially
for
someone
you.
like me,
We wouldn't be
I'm a
bitching
content
about
creator
it.
trying to beat the game in a certain length of time because I have other games I need to get to, and all they're doing is extending the length of the playthrough by making it annoying, not challenging. Okay?
Obviously, it's
That being
challenging
said,
you.
in regards to Signalis, it started off strong. Like, you guys wanted me to play, and we're going to talk about this. It's going to be a segment. But, you guys really wanted me to play it. I started, and within 2 streams, people just lost interest completely. People stopped showing up.
You stopped getting money.
Stopped engaging. Like they're not even talking to me when I'm playing the game anymore. And definitely
And
stopped
they
supporting.
definitely stopped giving you money,
Yesterday's
guys.
Signalis
That's the only
stream,
thing he cares about.
Outside of the fact that there was a member bomb.
There could have been 5 people watching. Not just talking, watching. But if all 5 were giving him a bunch of money, he wouldn't have fucking cared. One person, it could be Emerald 7 could show up. Hey, remember me? Here's a $1,000 tip. Wow, guys, that was such a great game. I don't know why people don't like this game. The game is the greatest game that's ever been made, guys. But because he's not getting the money, he hates it.
On the Level 1 podcast, which I now consider almost a separate show from the gameplay portion of my first stream. And besides the fact that I got my daily contribution from 1 Minute Man, who's here pretty much every day to contribute, I made $2 on the Signalis stream yesterday. You understand? $2. 2 people said, here, I'll toss you $1, and it wasn't even related to the game. It was just, hey, I'm just here. Here's $1. You see?
He's so salty about that.
I didn't even know what Signalis was. You guys told me about it, and you guys voted for it. So, if anything, now what you're seeing is a situation where you understand why usually I don't play indie games. All right? I'm not saying that indie games aren't great. They are. And in fact, there's certain cases where indie games have the ability to break through the barrier and actually get mainstream attention.
You mean
and
your
actually
barrier
become
being bad at all
and get
games?
Noticed for being great. There's been many indie games that I played over the years that I've really enjoyed. For Midnight Fight Express, notably last year, a game that almost no one knew about. When I played it, I freaking loved the game. It was one of my favorite games of the goddamn year, right? But 9 times out of 10, I'm going to miss an indie game. Why? I don't hear about it. I don't know about it. And I'm usually
when Chad tells you about it, you tell them, no, it's a stupid game that
That's my
for,
niche. My niche is covering the big ones, going back and playing games that I missed, or kind of covering the in-between, sometimes doing retro playthroughs and throwbacks, right? That's what happens. And basically, the situation I'm in here is I'm now committed to playing Signalis because I've now played it, for over 8 hours. I think I'm 8 hours in now, correct? Yeah, I'm 8 hours into the game.
How many of those hours is you actually playing the game? How many of those you stopping and begging for money?
Yesterday, Signalis was my main gameplay stream. Those videos have been live since roughly 4 or 5 p.m. yesterday. One of them has 175 views. One of them has 200 views. One of them does have 300 views, but the reason it has 300 views is because it was the last video, and always the last video I upload in this segment gets a boost of views. No one's watching this playthrough. No one's showing up for the streams of the playthrough, and no one's supporting the playthrough. People don't care about Signalis. All right? Sad.
They don't care about
I like the
you.
game. I overall do like the game. I understand what they're going for. I think it resonates and hits the right notes if you're a fan of the old school retro.
How much you want to bet if I was to look up Signalis on YouTube or Twitch, there'd be more than 200 people watching? I'm going to do that real quick.
Survival horror formula. It's not a bad game. It's just that basically, I don't think anyone who watches my content were looking for this. They much rather would have preferred if I had played something that they were familiar with. For example, Resident Evil 0, which is the game that I pitted it against in a poll.
125,000 views.
All right, just being honest,
from the
I
Bald
know
Man.
Resident Evil 0. I've played it before. I know you guys probably would have liked it. I mean, we just did Resident Evil
153,000
Remake and you
views
guys loved
from
it.
Avalanche
That played
Reviews.
stupendous.
Oh, that's probably
It got
review,
good
not the
reviews.
actual
It got
gameplay.
good support. Everyone loved it. So I almost feel like I should have just went with my gut and just played Resident Evil 0.
And
But
the
I
Bald
let
Man
people
beat the
be
game
vocal. I let
in
people nominate
just
and
over
I
4
let people
hours.
vote, and we ended up playing Signalis. All right.
He-
I can't.
DSP just admitted he's 8 hours of the game, hasn't beaten it yet. The Bald Man beat it in 4 hours. And he has over 125,000 views. So then no one's watching the game, DSP. They're not watching you.
Can't make people like indie games. I can't. There's no way that I can convince people that a game with a low budget, inferior visuals to these big AAA titles, no
The original
real hype or
soundtrack
word
to the
of mouth.
game
I
has
can't make you
58,000
like it.
views.
All I can do is play it and cover it in the same way that I play any other game. I'm not playing Signalis in any different way than I covered Resident Evil 1 Remake.
Alright, someone else called Ungodly got 10,000 views. Beat it in 6 hours and 46 minutes.
At all.
So again, DSP, no one's
But
watching
we got less people showing
you.
up, less people engaging, no one supporting. I can't change that. That's not on me. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
the king of retro gaming,
Yeah,
guys.
It seems like
Doesn't
among my
actually ask
viewer
him to
base,
play retro games.
My viewer base
You're
likes
an idiot
a certain
if you
thing
do.
and dislikes a certain thing. I try. I tried to listen to feedback. I tried to play what you guys wanted.
I
knew
tried
we
to
only had
ban
about a
you
week
whenever you say something
to
that
have
actually
a
makes
game
sense.
before the Dead Space remake came out. You know what I'm saying? So we're in a situation here where I don't think that there was a right or wrong way to do it. Because if I had played Resident Evil 0, you would have had people complaining, why did I play 2 Resident Evil games back to back? And why didn't I listen to the fans? Right? This is the double-edged sword of being a content creator. All right?
How drunk is he? Oh, he's got to be
sometimes you will
hammered
play
as
games
always, Luis. How you
and they'll
doing?
resonate, and sometimes you won't. Sometimes it's shocking. Sometimes you'll play a game that you didn't think was going to resonate, and it does.
I don't know if I'd ever
This
play
is a case
Persona
where for
game.
some
Like, I've
darn
seen
reason that I can't really
clips of the games and seen other people playing. It's
explain.
like, I don't know if that's my style, but I do actually have
and it's funny because
one of
I
Persona
read
games
various
on
different
Steam already.
opinions on it, and some people are like, well, the thing is, because the game looks so outdated or whatever, it's hard to really get into it. I don't understand that. We just played Resident Evil 1 Remake. That game certainly isn't, by modern standards, great. At the same time, I understand it's a remake. They did make better graphics or whatever for it. This isn't the original PS1 version. Maybe if I played the PS1 version of Resident Evil 1, people wouldn't have cared as much. I don't know if that's what it is or not. Maybe, you know. It could just be no one knows what the game is.
It's never his fault, guys. Everyone else's
I don't know. I
fault.
really don't know. I
Fucking
can't really explain it,
narcissist.
but what's funny is it seems like the consensus of people who believe in comments is this game just isn't fun to watch. Okay, I guess.
It's not fun to watch you play
again,
it.
it's weird to me because it's very similar to Resident Evil, right? With its gameplay style, having to avoid enemies because you have limited ammo and they come back anyway. It has this building sense of tension in the plot. And
Sure,
you
on
keep
Game Pass,
uncovering
nice.
new logs that explain different things about what are these robots, what happened to the robots, etc. Right? Like, I could keep going on and on about how it's very, very similar to Resident Evil. And now, actually, we're in a part of the game that's very, very Silent Hill-esque. And you guys seem to love Silent Hill. Any Silent Hill game I played over the years usually did really well with viewers and with everything. So, is it just that it's trying too hard to be like the classics? I don't know. Again, personally, I don't dislike it at all. I've liked it. The only real major complaint I've had about it is when they took away my map and I couldn't keep my bearings anymore. And because of that, I'm running in circles. I don't know where to go. It's wasting time. It's padding the length of the playthrough for sure. It's very annoying in that regard. But I think we're almost at the end of that point in the game, and maybe we'll move on to a better point soon. I hope.
Take a sip, you sleazy asshole.
I don't know. However, I did get a comment overnight that I have to laugh at. I love comments like this because they are so
Did you allow
hilarious.
it? No,
I
you
actually got a
banned it.
comment on my daily wrap last night. Because remember, on the daily wrap, I had just come off of the end of the day, and I explained to everyone for the first time that Signalis isn't doing well. And of course, all the haters, which I knew they would, piled on the video. They downvoted it, and they fucking clipped it and said, "Oh, look, Phil's being negative about it." Fucking idiots. You know, 'cause
But
me
you are being
honest is
negative.
me being negative.
Being
I can't
negative right now.
I have to sugarcoat everything and always be 100% positive, or else somehow I'm being toxic and negative, even
You
though
are
it was
toxic and
honestly.
negative.
Like in real life, you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. You're going to have great waves of positivity.
Definitely,
And
lightning.
you're gonna have some days that aren't so good. Yesterday was kind of a mix for me.
I'm
'cause
mad,
we
guys.
hit the
He's just
member
disappointed.
goal, which is amazing, outstanding positivity. But then I found out the Signalis playthrough is basically failing, and no one really likes it. That's a disappointment. So I want to, talk about that. I'm not going to say, oh, let's just talk about the positive, ignore this big red flag thing, this elephant in the room over here. No, I'm going to talk about both.
You mean
but
the
to
horse
them,
in the room?
the moment that you're negative
Downstairs,
about anything,
crying.
oh my God, how dare you, right? Anyway,
You only play Persona again if
that
he
being
gets paid
said,
for it.
in the
You guys
video
voted
last
for
night,
this.
I
Why don't you
talked
guys give
about
me
it,
$1,000 per
and,
stream?
Basically at this point in the game, I think, we're definitely going to finish it, by the way. I just want you to let you guys know. I'm not dropping it or anything. I'm not dropping
He's
Signalis.
gonna watch someone else play that has
We're
125,000
absolutely
views on their
going to finish
video,
it.
and then he's gonna beat it.
But I got a
as quickly
comment
as
on the
possible.
video. It's hilarious. Once again, DSP blames the game instead of the way he's playing it. Also, don't wage quit this game again like you do with so many other games.
Wage quit, wage quit, wage quit. He just want to be Mr. Wage Quit.
There must be a pocket universe. This is my theory. Now bear with me. I do believe there's a pocket universe next to ours. Okay? And in this pocket universe, these comments maybe stand true. Because the thing is, these comments happen all the time. They're common comments on my content. And I read them, I'm like, let's analyze this piece by piece.
Anal.
The reason people don't like the Signalis playthrough is the way I'm playing the game. How am I playing it?
Very
This
slowly,
is not like, for
boringly.
example, this is not an open world RPG where there's
Very
tons of content
slowly
in
and
the game.
boringly, and
And
stopping
I've
all the time to
opted
beg.
to do every single piece of boring content. Every collectathon quest, every grindy side mission where you have to kill 100 generic enemies. It's not like I'm wasting time doing things that aren't engaging. Literally, there's nothing to do in the game that's side content. You have to solve every puzzle. You have to read every document because a lot of the documents have the puzzle solutions in them. If you skip the documents you find, you may not know how to solve the game. You'll get stuck, right? It's soft locked.
You need chat to hold your hand and tell you how to
Doing
beat
my normal
it.
commentary on anything, everything on the game. I'm not overly complaining about it or anything. In fact, I didn't have a single complaint about it until last night.
Complaining about it
Map
right
got
now.
taken away, and that was me.
That
Just
you weren't
being
getting enough
honest
tips, you
about
weren't
my
getting enough
feelings about
interaction,
the game,
people
that
weren't
I wanted my
talking to
map
you.
back. I thought it was frustrating, right?
JDX, how's it going?
So I'm reading this like, how exactly is my gameplay style, the way I'm playing the game? How is that the reason that people don't like the playthrough? The thing is, when people
Because you
say shit
play
like
it
this,
slow,
all they do is
slowly,
they parrot
boringly.
that same comment. They never explain because there is nothing to explain. It's a frivolous fart in the wind style comment, throw negativity towards you, but it doesn't mean anything. It's just negativity.
But
There's
here
no
you are,
substantiation for what the
crying
person
about
is
it
saying.
10 minutes.
How can you explain it's my gameplay style or commentary style or
You know what I love? Not a penny was spent on this. He's going to spend 10 minutes crying and complaining about this without any money spent on this rant. This is how you do it.
bull that's making this game not fun to watch? I'm
When he's
doing it
drunk,
literally
about to pass
exactly
out
the
at
same
3
as I
o'clock in
just
the
did
morning.
Resident Evil 1 Remake, and there was a consensus that was a great playthrough. So how is it any different? What is the distinct difference between Resident Evil 1 Remake and Signalis? Well, Resident Evil 1 Remake is a mainstream AAA franchise. Everyone knows it, name recognition. People know the game, played it before, looking for their favorite parts, and are excited to see those happen in my playthrough. Signalis is a lesser known, no name recognition, no hype behind it, lesser graphics, lesser known, don't know much about it style game. So therefore, it's kind of a chance that people don't really know what it is, right? That's the difference. That's the actual direct difference between the two games. They actually play very similarly. They're definitely the same genre. So how can you say that distinct difference, that's the difference between the two? How is it my fault that I'm playing it differently?
Yep, he needs
Okay?
hype. He needs that
And the other thing that's
growth.
hilarious to me, this whole notion of rage quitting or wage quitting. Because originally they all used to say I rage quit games.
Why are you saying
And then a couple
quitting
years
so
ago,
weirdly?
I held their balls over the fire and I said, no, I don't. How often do I rage quit? How often do you see me standing here with a
Ka-ting.
controller in my hand, and I'm like, I can't stand this game. It's making me crazy. I hate it, and I slam it, and I stop playing. How often does that happen?
Of the there's a 7.5 hour compilation of it.
Never. And even the times that people
There's a
accuse me
7.5 hour
rage quitting
compilation of it,
lies,
DSP.
Usually it was I was at the end of my stream and I was ending anyway, and then I resumed playing it next stream anyway. You know, like of all the times that they say stuff like that. It's very rare. It's funny because B-Boy Cyclone says Persona 3. Actually, B-Boy Cyclone, you're correct. I would argue that was one of the few times I rage quit. There was Persona 3. There was Scarface, right? What else can you even mention? As games that I got so frustrated at that I stopped playing.
I know it was the DLC, so the DLC doesn't count, guys.
Right?
I rage quit the DLC.
And you're talking over a 15-year span. You could probably count on two hands the limitations of the games that I've rage quit. So how can you say it's a common meme that Phil rage quits games? It literally never happens. But this is, again, amongst negative shitheads, they just make narratives up. There's no substantiation for what they say. All they do is they take shit out of context and claim that it's a rage quit. Like, for example, that game that I played many years ago, I can't even remember what it was called at this point. A game where it was kind of like a ripoff of Attack on Titan, where you're constantly attacking giant ogres. The game was a piece of dog shit that I had gotten for free, and I decided to do a playthrough of it because there was nothing else going on at the time. And one day, after trying to fight this guy like 10 times, I kept dying, and I said, fuck this, I'm not going to play it. I give up for today, and I put the controller down, and I quit because the stream was over. And people made videos, oh, Phil rage quit the game. But I didn't. I continued to play it. I was one of the few content creators on this planet that actually played
I can't remember
the
that
end.
game.
Because it was such a bad game. Most people said, fuck this, we're not playing it anymore. I finished it. But people
I know what game you're talking about, I just can't remember what it was called.
That's factually untrue. Like, you lied to get clickbait views on YouTube. And they do this all the fucking time. They're losers. Okay?
But you never watch our content, DSP, so how do you know all this?
That's what I mean. Rage quit?
How do you know what we're making videos about
after
if
me
you don't
calling
watch
people out
us?
saying, I don't rage quit games, they changed to say, oh, he wage quits games. So what does that mean? Oh, I don't quit because I'm angry at the game and I can't beat it. I quit because I find it's not profitable for my streams. Okay? Now, first of all,
that's true.
Even if this were true,
it is.
What's wrong with that? There's major streamers out there. All they do is play a game for one session. They never play it again. They only play the game again if it happens to be interesting to their audience and or profitable. Like, they do this all the time. This is a common practice among people who do content.
Name three.
Like me,
Name three so we can check this out for ourselves.
You try a
variety
variety
you can't
of games.
name any?
You find a game you don't like, you drop it, you move on to another that you do, or your audience does. Why force your audience to watch something they don't
professional
like?
streamers who do
Why
this
force
for a
yourself
living
to play something
do
that
this?
you don't like?
Name them.
It doesn't even make sense. The criticism has no logical grounds, but again, they spin it like, well, he'll only play things that make him money. Well, number one, this is a business. This is my job. Do you go to work and do things that don't earn you a paycheck? Are you a fucking idiot? Yes. If you go to work and you do a bunch of things that don't earn you a paycheck, you are an idiot. You have job responsibilities. You have things you're supposed to do to make money, to pay your bills, to have a life. That's why you're at work.
I didn't know what it's like to do work and make money off a paycheck.
Now, in my case,
you haven't done that in like
my job
13
also
years.
happens to be, excuse me, I smacked my mic. My job also happens to be my hobby. So I get to mix fun with a job. And that does put it into a different realm. Because a lot of people like to see me play things that I'm enjoying more. And a lot of people also can say, well, does he do it for the love of it? Of course I did. I certainly would not be here today if I didn't love what I did.
Arizona.
I wouldn't be constantly
I don't rage quit. I don't wage quit.
Fun.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying?
if I don't like a game and it's not making me money, yeah, I'll stop playing. But that's not a wage quit. Fuck you.
Are there cases where I certainly enjoy certain games more than others? Yes.
Yes,
Are there
games
cases
that you make
where
money
I would
on.
continue playing a game simply because you guys like it more than me? Yes, absolutely that happens. Are there cases where I keep playing a game because I just particularly like it and I want to complete that game? Yes, that happens too. All those things happen. All right? But the whole wage quit criticism is not a criticism. It's called being a little bitch. It's
yes,
called,
you are, DSP, you are.
I just want to find a reason to be negative to Phil today. Literally, there is nothing wrong with playing a game, not enjoying it, and stopping playing it. Or playing a game, seeing it's not resonating with your audience when it's your job to entertain your audience and deciding, I don't want to continue with it. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's not even valid criticism to say that's wrong. You're a fucking moron. Those are the words spoken by an idiot who doesn't understand how to operate a business.
The game is so good.
Go ahead. Operate your own business. Do whatever the hell you want all day, every day. And you tell me how well you do. You don't listen to any criticism. You don't listen to any feedback. You don't take in.
You don't listen to any of those.
You know,
someone criticizes or gives you advice, you ban them.
You don't have anything resonate. Instead, you just do whatever you want all day. And you tell me how quickly you make a living doing that. That doesn't make any sense at all. Like, what are you talking about? You don't make a living.
That's why you constantly have a crying bag. Get whales to show up.
So the reason Signalis playthrough is bad is because the way he's playing the game. Despite the fact I'm not doing anything you're not supposed to do. I'm literally going through the game, reading the lore, but also trying to understand the puzzles. I'm doing everything the way you're supposed to play it.
You mean crying and bitching about the puzzles because you can't figure them out.
I'm not raging constantly at it or shitting on it unfairly. I'm playing it literally exactly the same as other survival horror games, but it's my fault somehow. Sure. Oh, I hope you don't rage quit like you always do. I've been making content for 15 years. I've got over 80,000 gameplay videos under my belt. I would guarantee you,
over 10 minutes
out of the 80,000 videos
quantity is not better than quality, DSP.
There's maybe 100 where I actually quit playing a game because of rage or because of disinterest from my audience. All right? It's probably 0.00001%.
By disinterest, you mean they don't give you money.
So I don't frequently do it. Doesn't matter how many times you repeat the meme. It's false. You're an idiot. And you go circle jerk yourselves on your own dumb fuck channels and stay the fuck out of my video comments. Which you are, because you're already removed from
them. Yeah, you're so salty about this. I love it.
So the point I'm making
and again, the person who did this spent $0 and they got this much salt.
Future playthroughs when I don't know if I should even bother with indie games. All right, I'm just being honest. Like, this is a situation where I knew nothing about Signalis. I didn't know if it was good or not. I didn't know what kind of a game it was. You guys told me, oh, no, it's good. It's a throwback survival horror game. You should check it out. I put it to a poll. You guys voted for it.
But then you stopped giving me tips.
Right? And
that's
I don't know
the
what
only
else
part he cares about is that they stop giving me tips.
I'm already 8 hours into a, arguably like a 12-hour playthrough. I'm not going to quit now. I want to finish it. I want to see how it ends.
The videos I saw, one beat it in just over 4 hours, one beat it in 6 hours and 46 minutes.
Is anyone going to interact with me?
I played it. You know what I'm saying? In those times.
It's just kind of like, I don't want to swear off all indie games. At the same time, how do I judge? And this has always been the challenge for me when it comes to these games. I don't think there's anything wrong with Signalis. I think it's a perfectly fine game.
Again, someone beat it in 6 hours and 46 minutes. Another person beat it in just over 4 hours, 4 hours and 3 minutes. DSP, the reason people are saying that it's the way that you're playing the game, because it is. You walk 5 feet. Guys, why aren't you tipping me? Stare at chat. Guys, don't you want to hit the membership goal? Walk 5 feet in the game. Guys, where's the tips? Did you just see me walk 5 feet in the game? Doesn't that deserve a tip? Walk 5 feet. Oh, Emo just dropped a 5,000 membership goal. Yay, we finally reached a membership goal of 5,000. Yay. Thank you, Email. Guys, tips have been slow. Where's the tips? Walk 5 feet. Guys, the only person who's tipped me today is 1 minute, man. That doesn't count because it happens every day. Walk 5 feet. Hey, guys, I gotta go take a bathroom break. That's what people complain about when they say the way you play the game. You literally turned a 15-minute demo into a full 2-hour night stream. You're turning a game that someone beat in 4 hours and the person beat in 6 hours and 46 minutes and turning it into over 8-hour gameplay. That's what people are talking about when they say the way you play the game. Moron.
Game. So why don't people care about it? I don't know. And I also don't know how to make you care about it. I'm trying to tell you. It's a
try to be entertaining. Stop banning people
it has that creepy
for
vibe
criticizing
right now,
you or giving you
part of the game if you like that
ideas.
Kind of psychological horror stuff. That's in the game right now. But I'm just kind of scratching my head and like I don't know what else to say. I'm not doing anything different from my other playthroughs. I want like feedback for sure. If you have feedback, how could I possibly make this playthrough better? How could I judge better? Because it's quite obvious at this point.
Stop walking 5 feet and then begging for money.
It's quite obvious.
And walk 5 feet, beg for money.
We're in a situation where you guys don't like the game, all right? But I don't want to also say, well, I don't want to play indie games entirely either. How do I judge when there's a game that's going to work and there's a game that's not going to work? Because then we get a situation like this, and people are always, and now they're complaining to me, just stop playing the game. Well, I'm 8 hours in. I'm not going to stop playing now. We're already, you know, the home stretch of the game, essentially. Why would I quit now? I actually want to see how it ends.
Because you're a bitch.
Right? So, I don't know. It's tough. Again, this is one of the dilemmas I have as a content creator. I don't know how to please you guys all the time. And the thing is, I know I can't please all of you all the time. That's
How about you try pleasing your wife?
I listened to feedback. I did what
you
wanted.
Oh, wait, you can't please
your
wife.
People just don't like it for some reason, but I don't get it. And I don't know how to improve that situation. I want to make sure that in the future that kind of doesn't happen again, right?
Yes, did they spend 10 minutes
I don't know. I guess
what
what we need to do is talk about it, and I need your feedback. Please leave me feedback on this video. Please let me know. You know, some people are saying stuff
That
right
way
now.
I can
Actually, I don't know
ban
about
you.
other people, but the graphics actually hurt my eyes a bit. Anso Kamaru says, you can't tell people are fickle. You can't tell even with mainstream games if they're going to like it or not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Well, anyway, we got this out of the way now. Thank goodness. Now we don't have to talk about it again. But, yeah, you know, Signalis, it's just
20-minute rant off of someone's comment.
Shop. I don't know. At this point,
they commented for free on one of his videos.
Tomorrow, because I need to get as far as I can. I may have to play it again at Thursday night to finish it before the Dead Space remake on Friday. Is it going to work out? I have no clue. You know, it's disheartening. Because I know that I could have done other things. I know that I could have played Resident Evil 0, and it probably would have been way better of a playthrough.
Gotta please it with the DoorDash.
It's too late for that.
Fact,
I certainly don't have time for that.
We're gonna make that the pinned comment.
Anyway.
Because that's funny.
Now that's out of the way.
Pin message.
Let us talk a little bit about the schedule. Let's talk about the upcoming Super Bowl event. And I actually have two quick news stories today to talk with you guys about. One's about Forspoken, and one is about Street Fighter 6 and Capcom Japan striking down YouTube channels. Interesting. We'll talk about all that in a second. Okay, but first of all, let's get through the schedule. All right? Today, what are we doing on stream? Well, first of all,
Forspoken looks like a shit show.
The continuation of One Piece Odyssey. Oh, no. Say it ain't so. No, it is. It's today's mainstream, but there's some good news here. All right, there is some good news.
Say it ain't so.
We're finally finishing Alabasta. All right, Alabasta is the first area of the game.
Wait,
for some odd reason, the game developers decided to make it 15. Okay, I take that back. About 12 hours long.
No, let them call it a Super Bowl event. That way, when NFL strikes the channel down, it'll be hilarious.
Heard in a game, that the first area of the game will be 12 hours long out of a 30-hour game. Like, how did you think that pacing was acceptable? Right? Because now, from what I'm to understand, after we finish up Alabasta, we're going to go back to the main plot for a little bit. Then we're going to go to the next area of the game, which is another plot line from the One Piece universe that these guys have been through. And these other plot lines are much shorter, like maybe like 5 hours each, which is good pacing in my opinion. So why didn't they just do that for every one? It just doesn't even make sense, you know? It's very confusing to me. Anyway, we'll see what happens today. I'm actually very excited to get through Alabasta, get to a new area, and see where the game goes. Of course, keep in mind, I do have my silly straw hat as well as a red vest.
He's played about Signalis or Resident Evil or whatever.
Today,
you couldn't play the first Dead Space game and then beating it right before the new remake comes out.
Later tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it's Warzone time. Yes, more Warzone action. What a week in Warzone.
49ers, Bengals, and for the 49ers
first Warzone
to
stream
win.
I did this week was arguably the best one I've ever done.
Friends, are huge 49ers fans, so I got to root for the 49ers.
As they say, banger after banger after banger, right? It was like, wow, getting down to the wire, was doing well. Wow, there's a good shootout at the end, epic, exciting. Gets to the gulag, double kill, awesome. Gets back out there, you know, and multiple down to the wire placings and fun times the other night. Then 2 nights ago,
4th place,
when I actually played Warzone.
Take a sip.
Rather than it being epic, we ended up having one of the most ridiculously funny nights of Warzone ever. The servers were screwed up, and because of that, there was insane amounts of lag, and the lag led to hilarious gameplay moments of me teleporting around, getting stuck in walls, teleporting up to the plane and back down to the earth. The firefights were a joke. It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious as hell. Now, if you were there and you watched it live, thanks. A lot of people did not. I don't know why not, because I tried to emphasize this is one of the best Warzone, you know, sessions I've ever had. You know, as of this morning, taking a look at the Warzone from the other day, it doesn't even have 1,000 views. A lot of people have missed out. You know, I don't know why, but just so you know, I have a YouTube short as well as a montage coming up of that very funny night, okay?
I love that he shit on TikTok. He shit on YouTube Shorts. He called it stupid. He called, this is for the babies that don't have enough attention span the last 5 minutes, man. He's so stupid. I can't believe YouTube's trying to copy TikTok. This is this is so stupid. I can't believe it. Ack. And now he does nothing but promote his shorts. Guys, did you want to see the short where Jasper's in it? Jasper's in it, guys. I know the internet loves cats. Don't you want to see that short? No.
The YouTube short, I'm not sure when I'll release it. Maybe tomorrow. And the montage, I'm thinking it's about a 5-minute montage highlighting the funny moments from that laggy session. That I think I'm going to actually release on my day off. I think it kind of makes sense, since there's nothing else going on that day, to have a video that's funny, that everyone can watch. It's quick, it's digestible, and it'll get you into the mood for Warzone, and maybe some people will check out the Warzone stuff after that as a result of seeing it.
A montage you didn't make, someone else did for you, because you don't make anything for your channel.
So that stuff's coming up, okay? Tonight on Warzone, who knows what's going to happen? Well,
yeah, I don't know what the hell happened with the builds
who knows?
yesterday.
It seems like no matter what, the Warzone streams are really popular and really exciting.
But who knows? It could be the Bungles again.
6:45 p.m. Pacific time.
2 years in a row.
Warzone. 2 hours of Battle Royale hilarity.
Losing to an NFC West team.
I'm sure people will be doing bounties. I'm sure there'll be exciting things going on. All right? Please join me for that. It should be a great time. Tomorrow, Tuesday, is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. I am going to have more streaming days, obviously, after my day off, but it's the final day in a row. So what's tomorrow? Well, tomorrow, yes, we're doing more Signalis on the first stream. We're still in the Silent Hill-esque part of the game.
About to get banned.
I just figured out how
fans
to
bounties are too easy when you camp. Yes, they are.
Those doors.
All he does is camp, so
and basically finish up this area of the game and move on to the next. I don't know how much is left. People are saying you can beat it in 10 hours, but some people take up to 14. I haven't particularly gotten stuck on anything. Like, there hasn't been like any puzzle or anything I couldn't figure out. Everything's been pretty streamlined. So maybe I'll beat Signalis tomorrow. Maybe not. I guess we'll see, because we're 8 hours in right now. Okay? Then tomorrow night on the late stream, it will be more Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. All right? And Elder Scrolls 4 has continuously been a great playthrough. People have really enjoyed it. You know, good progress.
You've been making money on it.
Last night,
not as much as you were hoping.
Check out. So continues on with the
interactive
fun.
You got what? $30 in tips yesterday.
Wednesday, I'm off from streaming. Okay. Like I said, on Wednesday, what I might do is release this montage video for you guys of the Warzone stuff. That'd be funny to watch. Maybe if more funny stuff happens between now and then, I'll have more shorts and stuff for you as well. We'll see. Okay. Thursday, when I come back, the main stream will be Ask the King. This is my bi-monthly Q&A show where I dedicate an entire session just to answering your questions live. So how can you get your questions answered? Well, first of all, members get massively increased priority to get their questions answered. We now have
the
just
same 5
members,
questions every single
consider
time.
Posting up your questions if you haven't yet.
You don't allow
How
any
do you
other
do that?
questions to be asked.
Go to the main channel page of DSP Gaming. Go to the members tab. That will be on there. And you'll just scroll down a little bit and you'll see right there, there's a members only post. Okay. And on that post, go ahead and post up your questions. Members get massive priority to get their questions answered on the show.
The
vast majority of questions I've answered and asked the King the last several episodes have been from members. So please post those up if you have not yet. Basically the last couple days to do so. If you're not a member, don't worry. You still have a chance to get your question answered. All right? Type ! Ask the King into the stream chat. This will bring up the link. It'll pop up. You click on that. Goes right to my forums at dspgaming.com. And you can post up your questions in the thread there. Or if you're not live on stream right now, just go to dspgaming.com. Look for the Ask the King section of the forums.
How's
right
this
there,
different from all the other times? Like, guys, we got half an hour to go until I start the stream. Let's do Q&A. Guys, ask me questions. Now, there's also a couple other chances to get your questions answered. While I'm working on that show on Thursday, I'll actually post up on my Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP, hey, I'm accepting Twitter questions, but I don't usually accept that many. I usually at most accept like 5 Twitter questions. And then, at the end of the day, if there's still some extra time or whatever, I'll take some questions from Stream Chat, but usually we have enough between all those other sources to do the whole show. So this is a show that runs around 3 hours. It is going to start later than usual, because typically always end up crying. Guys, anyone in chat want to ask me a question?
On Thursday, it'll start later, around 12:30 a.m.
That won't get you banned?
Will be about a half an hour long, and then the show starts at 1 p.m. and runs for about 3 hours, okay? There you go. Now, Thursday night is up in the air because it all depends on what happens with Signalis. If we beat Signalis tomorrow, then Thursday night will be the next Warzone stream, all right? But if we didn't beat Signalis tomorrow, then I need that night stream to finish it up, and it will be the end of Signalis on that night stream Thursday night.
You hope after watching a bunch of guides. Big
premiere, in my opinion, the first really big, high-profile premiere of the year. Dead Space Remake comes out this Friday. I'll be playing it all day long per your request, meaning first and second stream will be Dead Space Remake, okay? So no matter when you come by, you get to see cool survival horror fun. We get to see what they've done with this classic game from 2008 and how they modernized it.
Yeah, I kind of want to play because I do love the first Dead Space.
I didn't want to spoil myself on the things that they've changed.
I've already played Dead Space.
You know,
and can they really make the game better than the first Dead Space? Like, I just don't know if they can.
How it looks, how it plays, all right? So that's going to be all day Friday.
That's the king about his ring staying
Then what we'll do over the week is we'll balance the games. We're going to have Dead Space balanced with One Piece, and then the night streams will be Oblivion and Warzone. And we'll go back and forth like that for the rest of the week. Okay? So there you go. That's the next week.
I don't remember the first Dead Space game being that long to beat,
outside of all that, we hit our members goal. That means it is 100% guaranteed to happen on Saturday, February 11th. It is DSP's Super Bowl Saturday Bash Marathon event. Okay?
And he should get reported to the NFL for that.
It'll be very exciting. Now, let's talk about ideas for this, because we already have ideas that I'm definitely doing. I'm definitely dressing up in my NFL jerseys. That's happening, 100%. I have 3 of them, and I'll alternate between them during the course of the day. Times I'll probably
11 hours, 12 and a half if you do
over the course
extra.
Of that day, I likely will be drinking possibly some beer. What I'm thinking to do, unlike
Possibly
liquor,
some
like
beer, guys.
I'll probably buy like a 6-pack of beer or something, or maybe various different single beers.
Yeah, 10 to
and
12
I might even
hours
get like a
long.
little cooler here,
According
like
to
a
the
sports
website,
cooler. Like
I
you bring
usually
the
check for
tailgate,
game
some
length on
styrofoam
games.
ice, and I'll have some drinks. I'll pop open, and have some drinks with you guys during the course of the day as we're having a good time.
So that should be
and as I said, one of
3-day
the things that I
streams.
might get,
He should
I
be
might
able to
get one of
beat
those
it
silly
in 3-day
hats
streams.
That's like a helmet with the beer cozies.
It's gonna
on
be
the
a month
side
before he gets
with a
around to
silly
beating it.
straw, so you can actually drink from the hat during the course of the day. When I'm out there to have some beer through the freaking hat. I know it's so stupid, but people do this, right? So I might do that. Something that I'm looking into, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably look on Amazon.
People
and
do
see what they
that,
have on
DSP,
there.
or is it
Or
this
something
thing
that I
that
can
those
get.
humans
Also,
do?
I probably want to get some themed
Those
like
humans
decorations
you don't
and
know
stuff.
anything about.
So again, maybe I'll like go on
You're
Amazon and look for some
fucking
sports
pig
themed
roach.
stuff to buy and have for this event. You know, as decorations behind me, just for that special event, could be kind of neat, right? And then food. I'm going to definitely have snacks. Now, what will the snacks be? Well, I talked with my wife about it yesterday, and I think what she's going to do, she's going to look at some recipes and research online, and she's going to make us either like
Make pizza rolls. That's all you
like
need
a
to do.
giant thing of homemade nachos with all these different ingredients, or she'll make like a big dip, and then we could just buy tortilla chips, and I could eat the dip. So what I'll do is somehow I'll have some kind of nachos, or you know what I'm saying? Like I'll have something going, so that it'll be some kind of ongoing food thing. And then over the course of the day, I might have a few little snacks here or there that are like things that are synonymous with sports snacking. All right,
Cheesy
I'm actually
poos,
gonna see what they have.
Doritos, pretzels.
At the local grocery store for like snacks you can make in the microwave or in the oven that I could bring in here periodically over the day for snacking purposes. Okay. Then for the meal, we're probably gonna order pizza. I don't know where we're gonna get the pizza from yet. We're gonna talk about that. We're probably gonna order some really good pizza from somewhere and have it delivered. All right. So I think that's cool. We'll have homemade
Pizza
nachos
Hut
and dip,
pizza.
and then various snacks for the
American.
day, some beers, and like
Pizza,
a pizza
pizza.
as the big meal that'll happen live during
No,
the
no,
stream.
that's Little Caesars.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, get Little Caesars.
Well, what are we gonna be
Little
doing during
Caesars
the
is the
stream?
sponsor of the
Besides
NFL.
Well,
Get Little Caesars.
number one, I want to play some retro games. And they have
Perfect.
Techno Super Bowl on the NES here on Switch. That'll be kind of cool, I think. All right, so at the very least, we're definitely playing like a retro Tecmo Super Bowl for a little bit. I never played it. I've actually never played Tecmo Super Bowl, if you can believe it. There's a couple other sports games on there too.
I believe
so
it
if you
because
guys
you
wanted
hate
to see me
sports.
try out other various sports games, we could do that.
Yes, for
Whatever's on the Switch.
snacking
Okay, we'll see on the
purposes.
fly what you guys want that day. Now, in addition to that, what I would like to do is do some reacting. As I'm having my beers and food, right? Reacting to some retro ads. We had a really good time doing this back in November for the Black Friday Adpocalypse Marathon event. So what I would like to do is find retro Super Bowl ads. And if you guys have suggestions for those,
I so
I'm all ears. In fact, what I will likely do now that we've locked into it, I'm going to put up a thread
Like all of a
on
sudden just
theunibate.com.
guys, I
where
had
you
like
guys
3
can
strikes for
suggest
commercials, guys. It's
previous
bullshit.
Super Bowl ads you want to
I
see
get them
me
all
watch.
off of
In
YouTube.
fact, why don't we
Where'd
do
you get
that
them
right
from?
now?
The official NFL
Right?
Super Bowl
Why don't we do that
ad
right now?
channel.
You want to do it?
That's why.
Who wants to do it? Let's do it.
He needs
We got
more ads,
time.
dude.
We're in no
He needs those
rush.
ads to pay his bills.
Here we go. So right now, I'm heading over to the main channel page of DSP Gaming. I'm on the community tab. I'm refreshing it because I haven't refreshed it on my laptop in a few days. All right. And I'm going to post up. It's public. Huge positive update.
Huge positive update. Give me money.
We hit the members goal for
Ooh, it's
January.
supposed to snow on Wednesday.
And now I'm doing a Super Bowl Saturday Bash Marathon event on Saturday, February 11th. Please respond to this post with your nominations for old Super Bowl ads that you want to see me react to live on the stream. This is very similar to the Black Friday Adpocalypse event I did in November, and therefore the rules are the same. 1, the videos must be viewable on YouTube. 2, the videos must not contain outright licensed music. 3, the videos must be older than the mid-2000s to avoid modern copyright issues. Please.
Guys, do this, and this, and make
good luck.
sure. Mind you, he's not doing any of this
Good
work.
luck. There you
He's
go.
not looking for these.
So,
he's making everyone
Please
else
respond to this post
do
with your
it.
nominations for old Super Bowl ads that you want to see me react to live on the stream. This is similar to the Black Friday.
He's
Night
making sure
Apocalypse
everyone
event.
else does
So
all
the
this
rules
work
are,
for
number
him.
one, those videos must be viewable on YouTube. Number two, they can't contain licensed copyrighted music. For example, if it's like, oh, here's a Michael Jackson song with a Super Bowl ad, can't do that. It's gonna get claimed and blocked. And number three, videos must be older than the mid 2000s. Why? I don't want to be reacting to modern ads. First of all, it's not very fun. And number two, the older the ad, the better. Makes it that no one's gonna really care that you're reacting to it. You see what?
So you want what? Stuff from the 70s? Maybe the 80s? There's some good stuff, but man, you're really gonna miss out on the Budweiser frogs and what's up and all that, really? Guy, you're a bitch.
I'm saying.
I guess the what's up
Okay.
would be too urban for him.
So I'm posting that up right now. And now that that is up there, okay, now what I can do is I can make a command here in the chat so that you guys can use it to just click on it and nominate straight from there. So here it is.
Yes, again, you guys do all the
Copy.
work.
And I'm going to do a new command in the chat. Super Bowl.
I went to his Twitter page and it's not popping up yet. I wanted to screenshot it and post and be like,
Nominate
remember guys,
retro
this is
Super
his
Bowl
stream that you're doing all this work for.
ads for Phil to react to here. Thanks and good luck. Okay. And then I just need to set that up to be a timed deal. So it actually will do like every 15 minutes. Super Bowl. And it'll be a call out to Super Bowl. There we go. All right. It should all be in place right now. You guys can even test it if you want live. If you want to see if that Super Bowl command works, just type ! Super Bowl.
Yes, I wanted the Budweiser
and the link
frogs.
should come up.
Imagine Budweiser frogs and the what's up
Okay.
have a crossover. Bud.
Test it. Please let me know if that works.
Wise.
I just did it on the fly.
What's
Do you think that
up?
would work? I hope
Where's
it does.
Er?
Test that link for
And
me.
then Er's calling people on the phone. Hello? I think we had a mix-up here. Sure you called the right
It
number?
works? Okay. I spelled Super Bowl wrong. I did. Hold on. I spelled Super Bowl wrong. B-O-A-L.
Good job, DSP. He totally knows how to spell bowl,
How did I manage
guys.
that? I have no idea. I'm stupid. I don't know what else to say. I'm a dummy. How did I spell Super Bowl wrong?
I thought I guess it'd be better if we went Bud. What's up? Bud.
There we go.
What's
Now I got
up?
it. Okay. So we should be good to go.
Then
You got a
press the call.
command. I hope that you guys
Hello?
will start
Wise.
submitting advertisements.
Are you sure you got the right
react to
number?
for the Super Bowl?
Wise.
You have 3 weeks basically, so you got plenty of
Budman.
time to sift through some
And the
YouTube
Budweiser
ads
Nights.
and submit them for the
Remember
event.
the Budweiser Night?
All
Like, he was
you
huge
guys
for
did a
like
great
2
job with
years
this
and then he
for
just
the
disappeared.
Apocalypse event. So I think this will be good.
Get rid of
The
him.
good
It's
news
like,
is this isn't the
why?
whole event. This is just one segment of the event. We'll probably do it for like an hour or two. And then we're going to do games. And the other big component of the event, this is the third one. I will be doing a 30-man over-the-top rope fantasy battle royal in WWE 2K22. Okay? And basically it's going to be fun because I'm going to try to do just variety this time. This is not going to be themed to Christmas or anything. I'll try to get wacky characters in there or whatever. I'll see if we can get sports people in there, but I don't know if there's any sports people that were created as created characters in the game. We can mess around and see. Maybe Tom Brady's in there or something. Who knows, right?
Name
I guess
5.
we'll find out. But I'm going to do that too.
Name 5 football players besides Tom Brady, DSP. Bet you can't. I'll even avoid the Vikings. Obviously, I know the Vikings players. Let's see, there's Stephon Diggs, former Viking player, now he plays for the Bills. Oh, there's Joe Burrow for the Bengals. And, of course, Dak Prescott. Haha, he sucks. Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, I always try to make sure to draft him during fantasy football. He's the best. Oh, Geno Smith. The guy who was like, oh, this guy, he's going to be trash. That's why they had to get this quarterback for the draft and this quarterback for free agency. Oh. The Seahawks went to the playoffs with Geno Smith, who threw to DK Metcalf and TJ Lockett. Oh, look at that. There's more than 5 players I can name right off the bat. Unlike DSP. I miss Gronkowski. Ron Gronkowski was hilarious to watch. And, of course, Pat McAfee.
So just think about this. I'm dressed up in silly attire. I'm doing silly things with props, decorations. I'm eating, sports themed
Ryan
snacks,
Tannehill.
foods all day long. I'm drinking beer.
Got Ryan
playing
Tannehill.
retro games, reacting to ads,
Although he got hurt,
interacting
didn't he?
and talking with you guys.
That's why
and
they
we're
had to
going
go
do a
with
30-man over
what's
the
his
top
face?
of Battle Royal. And there's
That's
pizza
Jacoby
coming
Brissett.
to do a Feasting with the King as well. So that's like a lot of stuff in one day. It's going to be one of the more unique
wasn't
things
PJ
I've ever
Walker?
done.
PJ
Like,
Walker
seriously, I'm
was
very much looking
XFL
forward to it. I think it's going to be a very
They went to
special
the
event, and you guys will probably
Panthers.
really like it. Okay?
Pet name Slim back.
Now, I already have another good idea for the members goal for
No, you don't.
February.
No, you don't.
I was brainstorming last night.
You
The
weren't
best
brain
things
anything.
happen when you're in the shower or when you're going to sleep. I don't know why.
Well, you don't
but
shower,
that's
so
when the
it's
best
never
ideas
when you're
pop into
showering.
my head. Okay? And
Yeah,
last
the
night, I was relaxing.
Tennessee Volunteer
I
player.
was getting ready for sleep, and I got an idea. And I was like, oh, based on a lot of stuff.
And then his
that's
parents
been
came
going
down
on,
from Detroit to watch
I
him
have
play.
an
and
interesting
he
idea
lost.
for next month's members goal, which will lead to another very unique event.
AJ Brown had more
Not gonna
touchdowns
spoil,
than the
we still
entire
got
Kansas
another
City
week.
combined.
So when February hits, I will tell you guys what this event is. I think you guys are going to like it. It's something special and
Gross, Dark
different.
Wing.
All right? Should be exciting. But anyway, that's in the works. Don't worry about that now. Now, we do have 1 week left in
Josh
January,
Dobbs, thank
correct?
you.
We do. If you take a look, there's a Tier 2 members goal. What? But you didn't mention this up to now. Well, actually, I did. What I told you at the very beginning of the month was this. If we hit the members goal for January, then we'll consider a Tier 2 members goal. I didn't want people thinking about Tier 2 until we hit Tier 1. All right? We hit Tier 1. We're locked in. All right? So now, we have today and tomorrow, 2 days left before that member bomb from Christmas Eve expires. If we hit
Email better
650
show up,
members in those 2 days, I will do a special React event in February. What will it be? You'll decide, because we will sit down and talk about it, and we'll have a big poll determining what you want to see me
And
react
then you'll
to.
decide that
It could be
one that you
an
didn't
ongoing
like,
major
that got
documentary.
voted for.
You know, one of these things that
was
like
all
Julie
the
King, like I
trolls
told
and
you, he's
not
put
do
out
it.
a bunch of interesting documentaries last
Pretty
year.
sure emails
He did one
IOC, since
on
we don't say IOC anymore.
Toby Turner. He did one on Channel Awesome, which is that guy with the glasses, Nostalgia Critic. He did a lot of interesting ones that could probably be really good to react to. There's other content creators as well that I could react to. So, we could do something like that, all right? But, let's see. Will we hit this goal or not? We have 2 days left. Am I really thinking that we're going to hit it? No. This is very much a stretch goal. It's not something I'm emphasizing. It's not something I'm focusing on. If we hit
You
that,
still want
that's
it, though.
crazy good. And that's nice as hell. And thank you to anyone who becomes a member, renews a membership, or gives a membership right now to make that happen. Seriously. I am certainly not expecting whatsoever to hit that goal at all. But if we hit it, that would be tremendous. And then obviously we start planning on, what the next React event will be. Okay? Cool. All right. So, guys.
This is the event I
Here you
want
go.
from you
By the
guys,
way,
as long as you guys
I
do
should say
all
this.
the work for me.
If you haven't noticed, you might not even know. This last week, I actually did a night. It was last Sunday night. Not this Sunday night, but last Sunday night. I spent the whole night doing React content. I did a whole night session doing private React
What are you
stuff
doing
for
on your
patrons
phone
last
all the time, DSP?
week. Okay? And
What's so
went
important about
pretty
your
well.
phone that you can't
And then
pull away
one of the
from it?
videos apparently did so well. There was a video where I was reacting to a streamer, I think XQC. And apparently the patron who had purchased that video liked that private react so much, they purchased an additional private react from me this week. They wanted to see me react to another streamer named Ludwig. So I did that last night. I had some extra time, and I put that video out. And
You
I
had
guess they've
extra
already
time, but DSP, you were saying you're so busy.
uploaded it, and they just wanted to let everyone know, because usually you think,
Everyone's-
there's only
well,
one
at
React
this point,
content that I
51
do
member
each month
bomb.
for these patrons. Well, this guy bought another one and wanted everyone to know that I did a second video. This one I reacted to Ludwig. Okay? So give it a look.
Order.
All right? If you haven't yet, I don't even know the guy's channel. But whatever channel it is that he uploaded the XQC React, he uploaded this Ludwig React too. And he'd like people to check it out. And he wants to know what everyone thinks. Okay. Let's see. Oh, all right. So all that's out of the way, right? We talked about everything. We talked about the schedule. I addressed
Now we got gaming news, guys.
Signalis, and I really don't know what to do moving forward with these indie games. I really would like feedback, right? And
Play them, but don't suck at
also,
them.
we talked about the Super Bowl event. So what I would like to say, guys, is the one thing about the Super Bowl event I need your help with. What kind of stuff would you like to see me have for the event? Decorations, props. Is there anything in particular you think would be funny for the event? Do you have recommendations? You know, for example, I'll give you an example. I asked you guys 2 weeks ago, do you have recommendations for lighting? Someone literally sent me a link to this ring light, and now I'm using it, and look how good this stream looks, right? So if you have any recommendation,
I want to say it looks good,
for the
but
Super Bowl event, send them my way.
then
All
again,
right?
he's still in the picture, so
And I'll
it's never
consider
going
it.
to
Now,
look
I'm not breaking
good.
the bank. Don't say, oh, buy $400 worth of official merchandise. No, I'm not doing that. All right? But if you just give a few examples of silly little things I could do, I'll consider it. Okay?
As long as you send it
Okay.
to me,
All right.
guys.
We
Or
have
the
two
Dutch
news
brothers
stories
send
to
it to
cover
me.
The first news story is Forspoken. Forspoken. That game's still coming out? Yeah, it comes out tomorrow. Most reviewers did not get an early release code. The only companies that got it were the biggest ones. For example, IGN and GameSpot and a few other ones. Interestingly enough, some smaller guys like Easy Allies got a code, but then other reviewers of equal size did not. It's like Square Enix just specifically picked and chose who was going to be getting a review code for this
Maybe
game, which is
they
really
looked
weird.
over to
It wasn't
different
like they
channels,
gave out
but
review
no,
codes, they just
no.
selectively did
We
it.
like him, send him a code. Not him,
Anyway.
not him. Send him a code.
Basically, here's the deal. Here's the game in a nutshell. All right? It's got an interesting combat system. It's got nice graphics. It's got a boring open world with repetitive content that doesn't really add up to being very fun. It's got an okay story, and it's got a main character protagonist with dialogue. She won't shut up. It was funny because I was reading some quick
They showed
ideas
one
about it.
clip.
I wasn't reading full reviews.
That may have been that one
And
clip
people
where
were
she
like,
talks a
"Just
lot,
listen to
but
this
she may
dialogue.
not
It sounds
talk a
like
lot in
something
other
from the Avengers
clips.
movies." To which someone's like, "So what's wrong with the Avengers movies?"
$900 American?
They're
Holy shit, Darkwing.
multi-million
What are you
billion
getting? A
dollar blockbusters.
4080
Like,
Ti
what are
or
you talking
something?
about? To which they responded, "The difference between an Avengers movie
Superman.
having cringeworthy dialogue and a game having cringeworthy dialogue is that in the Avengers movie, the movie's 2-3 hours long. Yeah, there's a few moments you don't like, but there's probably moments you do like, and it's over before you know it. This is a video game. This is a game where this character is literally going to be talking nonstop, and you can't avoid it. Now imagine a game's 20 to 30 hours long. You're
Is that
stuck
before
with
or
this
after
bullshit
tax?
that long. That's going to ruin the game experience. You see? This isn't, oh, put up with a few bad lines here or there. This is the whole game's a bad line for 30 hours. So there you go. Personally, as I told you guys, I was looking at Forspoken. It didn't appeal to me at all. It didn't look like anything I was going to be interested in. And it appears, basically, that I was correct. The reviews are mixed. Most reviews are skewing towards a 7 out of 10. There's a few that hit 8. Someone even gave it like a 9. But for most people, it's not very good. They're saying it's just okay. It's not a terrible game. It's passable, but it's very boring and repetitive. It does a lot of things other games have done. It finds a very, very difficult place to find itself uniquely in the landscape of games. It doesn't really stand out that much. And it's just like
you.
I told you guys.
The only way you stand out
What
is
I
when
felt
you're
this game was
jerking
going
off
to
on
happen. Here's what's
stream.
going to happen. The reason it's coming out now in January is because there's nothing else out, right? So what they're trying to do is wedge this game in. They know the game's not great. They know that. So what they're trying to do is wedge it in before the bigger profile releases start coming out. Right now, what games have come out in January of note? One Piece. So they know, literally, this is the first game in so many months. This game is going to get artificial sales no matter what. This happens always around this time of year. There might be games that aren't that interesting, but they sell. Why? Because there's nothing else out and gamers want something new. So I guarantee you, even though this game is getting lackluster reviews, it's going to at least sell decently. I don't think it's going to be a ginormous seller or anything. Excuse me. I don't think it's going to be a ginormous bestseller. But I almost guarantee you it's going to do decently in sales only because people are craving new games right now and there ain't nothing going on.
900.
So watch it sell okay. And people are like, I don't understand.
I don't know if
There's other
400 would be worth
reviewers
that kind of
said it wasn't
price.
that good. Why did it sell? This is why, because gamers get bored. They crave new stuff. And when, they'll just buy something as a, what do they call it? A reaction purchase or whatever. There's nothing else out. I need a game. I'm just going to buy this one because it's new, right?
That sounds like how you do it, DSP.
Yeah, I'm really feeling like the game is a skip for me.
I always make sure to research
unless,
the games I'm getting, no
when
matter
people start
what.
playing it, and actually the
I don't want to
opinion
waste
is
my
different.
time, money,
You know what I'm saying?
and energy.
But I don't think it's going to be worth it. I think it's kind of a
Like,
waste
hey,
of time.
I got like 3
I
hours
don't
of
wanna
free
buy it and
time.
start
I'm
it up,
going
especially
to
when we
not
got
waste it
other
on a
ongoing
game I'm
playthroughs
going to
I'm doing.
hate.
And, of course, the big playthrough of this week is Dead Space Remake on Friday, which everyone's going to be playing and talking about.
Although I will admit,
That's
because of
focus.
my YouTube channel, I've
So
played
that's
a
what
lot
I'm
of games I
working
probably
on, and
wouldn't
I'm
have
worrying
played
about this game
before.
that's subpar, and now having to
Because
start
like, oh
progressing
hey,
it
because of
to everything else.
you
right?
guys voting for this
there you go.
game, like, what
Impulse
was
purchase.
it?
That's what it's called. Like impulse buy. Oh, there's no new games this year. I need a game. Buy Forspoken. 'cause there's
Not
nothing
Pillars
else.
of
I need something,
Eternity.
Right? Okay.
It was
So,
a, it was
I'm
a
not getting
D&D
Forspoken.
game, but not
I'm glad
D&D.
that I originally was planning on skipping it. Regardless, I guess my
That was really
my
good.
preconceived
It was like,
notions about the game
that's
were
definitely a
correct.
game I never would have played
And,
on my own.
I'm not going to be wasting
Because
money.
people on here are like,
Alright?
hey, check this
again,
game out.
if
Hey, check
opinions
that
are
game
different,
out.
And people
Check
are
that
like,
out.
wow, you
Holy
really
shit, this
missed
is a really
out.
good game.
These early reviews weren't correct. It's a great game, and now you're missing a game.
But I
that's
still make
contender.
sure to
Maybe I'll
research
check it out
before I
eventually,
waste
but I'm
time,
not
money, and
playing it
energy.
as of right now.
I'm like, DSP, you just,
Okay.
it's not my money, guys. Ack. You'll just give me more money anyway.
Excuse me. Okay.
As
The
I
other
have
news story,
so many games to play
it's kinda
between
interesting.
Game Pass,
So, as
games
you
already
guys
bought on
know,
Steam,
Street Fighter 6 is coming out
PlayStation
this year.
Plus,
First week of June. I'm
games I
stoked
bought
for
on
it. As you know, I played the
PlayStation,
two closed
never got
betas.
around to playing.
I like the graphics. I like the gameplay. Looks
Games
pretty
I
good.
would love to replay
right?
again, but I just
Everything
don't have
looks
the
like they're
time
heading
for.
in the right
Like,
direction.
I'd
with this
love to
game,
replay
Well,
something like...
so far, in
Oh,
Street
what
Fighter
was
6,
it?
we've had very limited access to characters. There's only been a small handful
Yeah,
of
I was just
characters
looking at it the
available in
other
those two
day, too.
betas that they've done. And people are craving more
I got the
information.
Final Fantasy 10,
So apparently there was
10
some
whatever
event.
thing
I don't even
for
know exactly what event it
PlayStation
was, but I guess
4.
there was some event.
Like, I'd
in
love to play
Japan
that again. I'd
where
love
they
to do a full
held
playthrough of
some kind of a special
Final Fantasy
thing
7
where people
original
were
from
able to play with the
PS1.
newer
Like, I'd
characters,
love to do that, but
such as Blanca,
I've already played them.
DJ,
Either on this system or other systems.
like ballerina dancer from
I
France.
need to play something new,
Marissa,
something
who's supposed to be
different.
like the big
Not
roided
something I've already played
Spartan
before.
fighter, probably has super armor and interesting combat mechanics. So it's our first exposure to these characters in the game and actually seeing gameplay of them. All right.
Damn, Darkwing.
So I guess what happened was there was an event in Japan. From what I'm to understand, and I could be wrong. Basically, this
Probably
event
are wrong.
in Japan they do things very differently. Here in the United States, an event happens. Oh my God, it's public. It's fair game. Everyone cover it. Everyone talk about it. Everyone do everything about it. It's all allowed. Correct? Any exposure is good exposure. That seems to be the attitude in America, or even in Europe to some extent.
No, but no, there's no
Japan,
such
they
thing
do
as
things
bad
very
publicity,
different.
as they
As
say.
we know, I've talked about this over the years. Japan, their culture is a lot different from the rest of the world. They have this very exclusive style culture where they try to keep things to themselves, and they even
Try to
they
keep
have
things
this
away
air
from
of
you,
almost
anyways.
like how can I say, almost like xenophobia, where they're like, hey, we should have access, we should get everything first, and everyone else gets everything later.
It's Japanese
Our
companies
games
making
are better
Japanese
than yours
games.
and all that. That's just
Wonder
kind
why
of the
they get
attitude
the
they've
stuff
ever had.
first.
Why do you think you'll get all these rules laid out by a company like Atlas? They'll say, hey, go ahead and play Persona 5, but be sure not to put out this, or this, or we're going to copyright strike you down. And you'll say, oh, okay, I will do a playthrough of Persona 5 based on all the criteria you have told me. And then you'll still get copyright strikes from Atlas Japan. And you'll say, what? But I did everything you said. And then you'll be told, well, that's just our home base in Japan. They do whatever they want. If they feel like they don't want their content out there, they'll strike you anyway. It's like, wait, what? But you laid out ground rules of how to cover your games.
It's their company.
I followed the rules, and you still acted like I did something wrong when I didn't.
Does
I
it
don't
suck when
understand.
it's something like that happens? Sure.
That's
But
how a
it's
lot of these
their
Japanese
game that they made, not
game
you.
developers still are to this day. Case in point, this event happened in Japan. The footage of characters like Blanca, Manon, DJ was released to the internet. Okay? But apparently, the footage was supposed to be exclusive paywalled footage. That didn't stop people from immediately ripping it and distributing it all over the internet. Okay? What ended up happening was now people are making react videos to it. Oh, look at this new gameplay breakdown of Blanca. Look at this new gameplay.
I did see a couple things on Twitter about
and
that.
guess what Capcom did last night? They struck all the channels down with copyright strikes. Yeah, including bigger style fighting game YouTubers. All got one person got double copyright strikes, and his channel is in jeopardy of being shut down permanently for a third one. Because they decided to react to this content of Street Fighter 6. Yeah. And again, I have to warn
it was something
people,
that wasn't supposed to be
when you're
released to the
covering
public.
games from
That
a
makes
Japanese
sense.
developer, you don't know what they're going to do because they are not in line with the whole cultural
If it was
thought
supposed to
process
be
of the rest of the world.
paywalled
If this were
only
a
for
Western
your
game
eyes
design,
only
if anyone
video,
from the Americas,
then you uploaded it,
Canada,
yeah, you get
Europe,
striked.
right? Anyone making a game outside of Japan, they likely wouldn't give two craps. We're happy for our gameplay to be out there. We're happy for you to break it down. This is free exposure. You're building up free hype for our games. This is excellent. Please go ahead and do it. In Capcom's eyes, you stole our content. You're making money doing all that stuff
Money.
without permission from us. Strike them down. Does it make sense? Absolutely not. Likely Capcom would have
DSP does
much
not have
better
any, as far as I know. He's gotten
reputation
lucky lately.
if they would just let everyone take that footage and do whatever they wanted with it. This is hyping their game. These are people who were not shitting on it. They were saying, wow, look how the damage output that Blanca can do.
Again, if this was for your eyes only private footage that wasn't supposed to be released, they have every right to strike these videos down. And technically speaking, let's say person who made Hollow Knight decided, you know what, I don't want Hollow Knight being out on Twitch and YouTube anymore, and they strike every channel that has Hollow Knight on it. It's their game. Like, they have the right to do that. Would that suck? Oh, hell yeah, that would suck. Would people beat up in arms over it? Oh, hell yeah. Would people ever buy another game from that company again? Hell no. But, technically speaking, it's their shit that they can do what they want with it. Like with my video reacts when I'm doing like music and stuff. Guess what? I'll have a video on there for like 2 years. This video's from a BTS video. Has been up there for like 2 years. Then you just randomly wake up one day like, oh hey, it's been blocked worldwide. What? This video has like 37,000 views. Been up for over 2 years. And you just wake up one morning and it's blocked worldwide. It's like, alright, that's kind of random. But you know what? It's their music video. It's their song. Does it suck that after being up for 2 years that it just randomly gets blocked worldwide? Sure. But I'm not gonna about to sit here for 20 minutes ranting and raving about how it's fucking stupid. It's free promotion, guys. But yeah, it's their shit. Alright, whatever. And thankfully, they only blocked me. They didn't strike me. Thank you, guys. People who decide to do all that stuff, thank you for blocking me worldwide and not striking me. Being blocked worldwide sucks, but it's better than getting a strike.
In the Street Fighter 6,
Yeah,
I'll
or
be
you
honest,
follow
I
the
didn't
rules.
even see it. I didn't even get to see it because I knew that it existed, and those channels, the content's already stricken down. It's gone. You can't even see it. So, it's just crazy that basically Japan
Like, DSP
still
needs the money. He
lives in
really
their
does. He needs the
own
money to pay his
bubble.
bills.
They really do. They're in their own cultural bubble, separate from the rest of the world. To them, they have certain rules, regulations, laws in place. They don't move. What we have in place is in place. We told you that that footage was only supposed to be for our special event. If you dare rip any of that and put it to your own content, you're getting copyright stricken on YouTube. We don't care.
Oh, that's
We
what
don't
they
care
told
if
them.
it's
Then
free
yeah, that's
publicity.
they were told not
We
to
don't
do
care
it. They
if you're
did it
saying
anyways.
positive things about the game. Get served. That's their mentality, man.
If
And
they were told
Atlas
not
is
to
the
do it and they
same
did it
way.
anyways, then
So
yeah,
there's
they
two companies. They're
fucked
Japanese,
around. They found
based,
out.
and this is how they act. They act to the rest of the world. Again, if that's not xenophobic, I don't know what
That's
is.
not
The rest of
xenophobic.
the world is telling you.
They
you
literally
guys have
said, "Don't
great
do this," and then
content,
people did it. And now they're in
great
trouble
games.
for it.
We want to talk about it and share it with the rest of the world. No, we didn't specifically give you the legal permission to do
Oh,
so.
someone's about to get banned.
Strike your ass down.
Why do you waste so much time not playing games?
Like, huh? Like, holy shit.
Hope you just saw it. Lane Emanuel banned.
That's just crazy. That's how
Lane
they act.
Emanuel banned.
I don't know. It's very odd. Again, rest of the world doesn't care. Rest of the world understood this formula years and years ago, right? Do you know of anyone who is striking down Let's Plays? Do you know of anyone who is striking down promotional
Atlas.
videos, character breakdowns? You know what I mean? No one does that. No one.
Alice did it.
But
They
these
did it to
companies
you,
in
and you
Japan,
hated them.
You know, you never know what's going to happen. You can't trust it. That's when people say to me, "Hey, are you going to play a game from Atlas that came out?" Probably not. I can't chance it. I can't chance having my channel shut down because they just decide to copyright claim you constantly. Do they benefit anything from it? No, they don't. They just do it. Just because they can. Again, why? Because we can. Because we have the power to do so. Because we are a great, high and mighty game developer. Like, what? What are you talking about?
Why don't you develop your own games?
Don't you want
on
people to
DSP?
buy your
Oh, wait, that
games?
require work, and you don't
Like,
do that.
don't you want people to positively talk about your games? No, not without paid permission. Well, what? That's how they are. I'm telling you. I know to us, it
Y-pose?
doesn't
Is
jive.
that a
In our minds,
T-pose?
we have a logic break there, right? We do. We have a logic break. We don't understand it. In Japan, they don't care. To them, just because they can, they do. Fair use? What the hell is fair use? I've never heard of it. I don't even know what that means. It's my content. Fuck you. Copyright strike. That's how they are, man.
There's a Japanese game called Werewolf. Came out on, I think, either Nintendo or Super Nintendo. It was supposed to be a Wolverine of X-Men fan game. But they couldn't get the rights to it. So you know what they did? They turned it into Werewolf. Oh yes, several of the enemies are just blatantly X-Men characters. Like the final boss was Magneto. Straight up looks just like Magneto. But they changed names and stuff like that because they couldn't get permission. Another game. Oh, what was it called? It involved monsters. They're originally going to be doing like, werewolf, Frankenstein, Dracula. But at the time, I think it was Universal Pictures owned the rights to those very specific characters. You know what they did? Changed the name of the characters. Well, we want Dracula and Frankenstein and this werewolf name. Oh, we don't have permission to use it. Then I guess we won't. You know why? Because they didn't have permission. I get a DSP. Well, they should give me me permission. Why? Because I'm DSP. I deserve all the permission, guys. Well, no, you don't.
Anyway, it is what it is. So anyway, beware. Beware. If Capcom
beware if you violate the rules, you'll get in trouble.
And you have access to the beta, and you play the characters in that, you're okay, right? If you're going to try to repost content from...
So the public beta that they put out for the public to play?
They will not give you
permission. They didn't strike any of those down?
Strike your ass down, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Because those were
good luck
public beta.
Because you really think that Capcom is going to release those copyright strikes? No. Absolutely not. Now, do I think that they're going to sue a channel? No, I don't think so either. I think what will happen is these channels will dispute them, and within 2-3 weeks, whatever the time frame is, I think it's 2 weeks, they'll be removed. Because Japan's not going to sue them. They're not going to come after them, right? I mean, what do they have to gain to do a major lawsuit against a YouTube channel that just covers Street Fighter? Nothing. They're not going to get anything out of that. But to them, hey, we temporarily shut them down. We taught them what's what, right? Yeesh. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Have another bathroom break,
shall we?
Oh no, we're just now getting the shout-outs? Holy shit.
I hear a car outside, opening its door. Jasper heard it too. Sounds like a delivery truck or something. Okay, let's do some shout-outs.
Oh no, there's someone outside, guys. You better run to the window and check, make sure it's not Evil AJ.
$2 tip. Actually, hold on. What am I doing? I didn't do the YouTube shout-outs first. My bad. I got ahead of myself. Let's do YouTube side.
He's so excited about the tips. He's ready.
Crasco with a super chat earlier. Thank you. Raging Boar gifted a membership, and that membership was gifted to No Sleep Real Vibes. Congrats to No Sleep Real Vibes. Now I'm curious, did that get us back up to the 600 members? Or, sadly, did more memberships expire? Let's find out. Let's check live and see. It's loading.
Great content. Remember, guys, it's a gameplay stream.
It's being stupid. No, we dipped dramatically. We are at 594 members. We lost. I hate this idiot. Come on, man. Do you want to play the fucking game? Just a bunch of members today. They expired. And no one.
You want to play the
So we're at
game.
594. Now I'm sad. I shouldn't have checked. Don't worry. The Super Bowl event's still happening. We already locked it in last night. Thank God we locked it in last night. Seriously. Okay. Crasco did another super sticker. Thank you, Crasco, for these super stickers. Real Take Sports did a super chat. Said maybe the trolls voted for the game. Doubtful. It's not like the trolls know what these games are. Do you think the trolls knew what Signalis was? I don't think so. No, I don't think that's what happened. Crunchy under.
How would the trolls not know what the game is? It's on Game Pass. I've looked at it. Terrible, JDX. What kind of games? But how would the trolls not know what Signalis is? It's literally on Game Pass. Or you can just Google it. Or you can go to YouTube and watch other people play. Like, how would trolls not know what Signalis is? You're a fucking idiot.
Underpants did a super chat. The fan bounties are too easy when you camp. We're not even. What are you talking about?
LTG's favorite. Terrible.
This is not a Warzone stream. Thanks for the super chat. Ryan did a super chat. Love you, bro. Cammy, homie, Hunter. Get a quick shout out. I don't even know what that means, but thank you, Ryan, for the super chat. And Drone Tones did a super chat. Why do you waste so much time not playing games? Because I'm not just a gamer. I'm an internet content creator.
You're
I
a
have an
locale.
entire
You're
talk show
right. You're not
every
just a
morning
gamer. You're a
called the Level
locale.
1 Podcast. That's what we're doing right now. I don't know if you're aware. Like, hold on a second. Perhaps Drone Tones is new around here. Okay, hold on a second here. Hold on. I want to be nice. Okay.
No, you don't. You want to insult
I
him.
want to be nice, so I'm going to be nice to
So
Drone
you're gonna
Tony.
insult him
Ready?
right here.
So you see this around here? You see what this says here? It says the Level 1 Podcast. Do you see that right there? Podcast. It doesn't say gameplay. It doesn't say let's play. It says podcast. That entails that this is a show where I talk about topics and I interact with my audience. You know, a podcast. That's what we're doing right now. Should I show them? Let's show them. All right. After the podcast ends, here's what I do. I go over here, and over here, you see this screen? This is gameplay over here. Where after the podcast is done, we will swap over to a gameplay screen. Do you
He's
see
not
that?
toxic, guys. He
And
just
on the
acts like
gameplay,
this.
we'll play gameplay. All right? But we have to get to that. We do a podcast first. Because this is what
You
I'm trying
spend
to
2 hours
to-
on a
to
podcast before you play a
get
game.
the mentality through people's heads on the internet. Darkside Phil is not just a Let's Player. I'm not anymore. I was for a long time. I would argue from the years of like 2008 all the way through like 2017. All right, I was a Let's Player. When I became an interactive streamer in 2017, things changed. The last year and a half, I've become more of an internet content creator in general than a Let's Player. Yes, I still play a ton of games, but my podcast is daily content. Daily content that I put out for my audience. I love doing it. I now react to content. I do react events. I do special marathons that are not necessarily just gameplay themed. All right? Get this mentality through your head. The better you get it through, the better time you're going to have. Podcast, not Let's Play. All right? We will do that. We'll get to the gameplay. I promise you. But that's not where we are.
Eventually,
So
after
you sit
2
here
hours
and
of
tell
crying and
complaining.
begging.
It's completely off base. You came to the wrong part of the
Ain't nobody got
Even
time
in my
for that.
schedule, it says the level 1 podcast starts at 10:45. The gameplay starts at 12:45 p.m. It says that in my schedule. So you're early.
What
If
schedule?
you want to see One
I don't see a
Piece,
schedule on your
you're
screen.
early. Come back
so
in
they're
about
supposed to go to your Twitter
25
page to
minutes,
see your
and
schedule?
you'll actually see One Piece. Okay? Cool.
Congratulations, guys. You got to go to
All right.
Twitter. Well, how the fuck are they supposed to know?
All right,
to
our
Twitter
first
to
tip
see
of the
your
day.
schedule?
A $2 tip from Anso Kamaru. It's an absolute shame. As a lifelong gamer, you're limited to what you can play because you're a streamer. There's so many fantastic games you never heard of and will probably never hear of and never play. I know you'd love a game that's called Chain Echoes, a fantastic JRPG, high level of old school stuff like Final Fantasy VI, but you'll likely never get a chance to play it, and it's a shame. I'm not blaming you. You have to run a profitable business. It's a sad thing to think about.
That Chain of
I
Echoes plays like.
will agree with you.
Octopath
on
Traveler
this
last
tape.
time I saw.
I will. You know what?
He's being
Take a
extra
look at the
salty
people on
today for
YouTube
some
who are the
reason.
biggest popularity. All
Whenever
right.
you got an
What
email
kind of stuff are
bitching
they
at
doing?
him.
Do they do games sometimes? Yes, they do. But a lot of them, they're constantly doing these react style videos. You know, I just reacted to Ludwig last night. And by the way, for the record, I thought Ludwig's video was really fun. It was actually a really neat video. But what was he doing in his video? Reacting to his feed of YouTube shorts. And it's literally all he's doing is watching YouTube shorts and laughing at them. And every time he laughed, because he's rich, because he makes so much money, he was paying his audience $100 per laugh. That's pretty crazy when you think about it. He's so rich. If he laughs on a stream, he can pay people $100. He can afford to do that. That's pretty wild. That's a pipe dream that none of us will ever be able to live, right? That's just nuts.
But
So
so
I'm
that
watching this
before
video
when
and
you
I'm like,
weren't,
that's what's
you know,
popular
hated
on
by the
YouTube.
internet.
Right?
You were
Do you
making
think if
$300,000
Ludwig
a
decided
year.
right now he's going to do a full-length playthrough of Lost Odyssey? All right? Do you think that he'd be able to retain the viewership to do it? Or do you think that it would tank? Be honest. I think it would tank. You know? These people who are
Thank
popular,
just like you.
content creators, they know what kind of content sells. He literally said, get this, Ludwig said at the beginning of the video, the reason I'm making this video is because I know this kind of content is popular and it's December and I want to make extra ad revenue. He literally says that at the beginning of the video. And I was like, holy shit, this guy is completely honest.
Unlike you.
It's so rare when you see that.
Can you imagine
When
if you
see
were
a
100%
content
honest
creator
DSP?
who's totally honest
Never
with their
happened.
audience. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. Like, it's hard to hate on the guy. He's literally saying, I'm making this video for money. And then, you know, if the video is good, then, you know, good for him.
Same
and it
lightning.
was good.
I just
The
don't know how
video
you
was
would
actually a
report
good,
to the
entertaining
NFL.
video. I was like, wow, someone who's fucking transparent. I was blown away.
I'd just be there like, all right, he's sending a stream, he's promoting
Anyway,
the NFL stuff.
But this
Hey,
is the point I'm
NFL,
making.
this guy's doing this right now.
If I
Take
had
him
the
down.
freedom to do whatever I wanted, whenever I
Hilarious.
wanted,
Watch him
yeah,
panic.
probably things would be a lot different. I would have already played a lot of these games that for years I've been like I've been telling you so many years I want to play Lost Odyssey. Still haven't played it. You know what we're gonna get to play?
It's your channel.
Finally, you wanna know why? It's being remade. They're making a remake collection of Suikoden 1 and 2. I don't know if it's Suikoden or Suikoden. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the collection's coming out.
It's your channel.
I
You
finally
can play
have
any
a
game you
reason to
want.
play it. I'm excited because I love those games. The soundtrack is so good in those games. And we finally get to experience them together because they're going to be new. That's going to be epic. A game from when I was growing up as a teenager in the 90s, and now I get to play with you guys as an adult and really experience again, only for the second time. I'm stoked, man. You know?
Yeah, I
But
can't
that's
believe
what
someone
mean.
was
Like,
honest
if
on the
I
internet,
had
unlike me,
the ability to
guys.
just play whatever I wanted, whatever.
They're the most honest person
You
on the
know,
internet.
that'd be amazing, but I
But you're
don't.
amazed
No
when you
one
see
does.
honesty on
No
the
one
internet.
does.
Weird.
I'm sure Ludwig does whatever he does what he has to do to make money, right? Like, I mean, we all do. We all do. We have to. Okay? At least
You don't
in my
have
case,
to beg
I
DSP.
strive
You just do it
to
because
make
you're a
about
bitch.
content. And thank God I don't have to do these
Soy
product
Suikoden.
placements and things like that, like other content creators have to do. Thank God, because I really don't want to become that shill. Thank you for
But you
supporting
are
my streams
shill.
and my content and allowing me to be me and not have to resort to those means. Okay, but yeah, you know what can I say? You're absolutely right, Anso Kamaru. I likely would have had bigger exposure to a bigger variety of games and other things if I had that.
Everyone
that-
still needs money,
that
dude.
ability, but case
The
in
day
point,
that ends in Y.
Signalis. That's like the dead set case in point. Can't freaking play anything that I want because you get playthroughs that people just sit there and say, it's not good. They complain. They won't show up. They won't watch. They won't engage. They won't support because they don't
Support
get
is the
it.
only thing he cares about, though.
And there's nothing I can do about that. And I'm not gonna blame the people. I'm not. I used to be like that. Remember, a decade ago, I was so angry at that Summer of Retro. I was like, oh, shame on you for not coming and supporting the class.
Oh, when you played Pokemon,
you can't
called
make
your
an
viewers
audience
lazy
like
because they weren't giving you money for
And
playing Pokemon.
It's a lot of things. It's culture in general. It's society in
Yes.
general.
You could
You
set
get
the job doing a podcast for
Your
$50,000,
mindset on
but
this is what you
nope,
expect.
not
and
good
this
enough
is
for
what's
'em.
good or not. I guarantee you that if I played Resident Evil 0, there would have been a huge increase in attention, viewership, engagement, and support just because it's Resident Evil. Literally, just because Resident Evil is in the title of the game, the playthrough would have done much better.
2 or 3 times he did.
And you can't fix that. That's something that society does over time. You know what I'm saying? That name recognition, Dale. It is what it is. All right, let's continue. I don't want to dwell on this all day. I got another dollar
Yes, you
tip
do. You just want to keep bitching.
from
That's
Snowcar.
what you do best.
Looking forward to your Super Bowl event. Will you stream the pre-game as the game? Will you be preparing something, old highlights and old moments from last year's games? What?
Last year's football games. He's trying to get you copyright strike. It's
Snowcar, I have
hilarious.
no idea what you're talking about. What does
He's
that even
trying
mean?
to get you copyright
Will I
strikes.
stream a pre-game and have highlights from last year's games? What games?
Football.
You realize that even though I'm calling it the Super Bowl Saturday event, there's no sports footage or anything involved, right? I'm doing it the day before the Super Bowl, and it's not about the Super Bowl.
You're calling it the Super Bowl event, but it's not about the Super Bowl. Wow, you're an idiot. It's a Super Bowl event, but no
I'm so
football
confused.
required.
Let's continue. I'm not even going to waste time. Let's continue. Let's see. So I got $1.30 tip, but there's toxic YouTube short. Are you aware there's toxic YouTube shorts about you? Of course I am. What is my opinion on that kind of content? I have no opinion because I can't do anything about it. It's the, toxic YouTube short. Okay. And, why do you think that other people's toxic videos are also popular on YouTube? Because people are stupid. Because people like toxic drama shit. So of course they're going to like toxic drama shit. I don't care. I can't control it. I have nothing to do with it. I'm not going to bother with it. It doesn't exist to me. There you go. There's your answer. I got a $5 tip from Mishael. He says, One Piece is actually growing on me. I'm glad to hear that. And you know what? I actually hope that after today, One Piece will pick up because we're going somewhere different. It's not just this desert again. And hopefully it'll actually get more interesting for everyone, including me too. Because like I said, the last stream or two, it is getting stale. I'm tired of being in Alabasta. We should be somewhere else doing other stuff. So. Okay. And I received another tip. Let's see here. A dollar tipper says, anyone complaining about you getting bounties and camping during your Warzone streams are just losery streamers. Keep playing any way you want to play. I appreciate immensely you being you. Well, thank you.
Oh, he hates
that was
video
very
games,
nice.
he hates
of you to
football,
say
he
that.
hates everything.
And, I don't pay attention to their
Except for
nonsense.
Jin and
you
WWE
notice,
champions.
the streams are hot. The views are up. The engagement is up. The support is up on Warzone streams. Why would I care about people complaining? Like, what are you complaining about when there's some of my best streams I'm putting out right now? Like, what do you're an idiot. Always got something to bitch about, right? Okay. So we're just about to end the show, everyone. Greetings, Cheerio Eater. How are you? We're just about to end the show. If anyone has any other quick questions or whatever that I can answer in like a minute or two, I'll do so. If not, we'll get set up for the show. Expandonk says, Shimmer One Piece is patient.
All he does is stall.
Hold off on it. I bought Fire Emblem instead. I don't regret it. Your playthroughs are useful.
Why are you stalling so much, DSP? Why don't you want to play the game?
Can absolutely be informative.
Don't you want to get out of Alabasta?
In the case of a JRPG, I've played a ton of them. I know what I'm doing when I play JRPGs. So if you watch me play a JRPG, you can get a pretty good understanding of how that game will play at a decent level. I'm not a pro expert or anything, but like, it's not like I'm flubbing through the game. I don't understand. What am I doing? It's not like that. Like, I get it, So, yeah. And if you watch me play One Piece, you're like, based off of what Phil's doing, that's not too interesting. Hey, fair enough. At least I gave you a fair representation of what the game is, correct? Son of Everett says, what do you think about Burger King removing cheese from the rodeo burger? Hey, count on all these places cutting back. Because now that food cost has gone way up, they have to find a way to cut corners, and that's one of the ways they're going to do it. They're going to start cutting back on everything. Not to say that anyone's eating the rodeo burger or anything. I don't know.
You mean like Turtles All the Way Down, Darkwing?
Should only individual ads be allowed in the Super Bowl event and no compilations? Let me put it this way. If you
I'll take whatever you guys give me, guys, because I'm not doing any of the work.
You could submit it. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to watch the whole thing, but it might actually be easier that way. So that way, instead of clicking on 14, 15 individual videos, it just plays them back to back. I would accept compilations. Yes, as long as they're older ads, I would accept those. Regardless, a lot of people are saying the One Piece game is too easy. What do you think? I would say the first few hours are very easy. Since we've gotten about maybe 6-7 hours in, it got much harder. And I would say actually these particular fights we've been having are semi-challenging. As long as you know what you're doing and you pay attention to JRPG mechanics, not that hard. But, if you're a newcomer to JRPGs, you might find it very challenging. Okay? Al writes, any new shorts today? I'm purposely skipping a new YouTube short today because I released one every day. I did one Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I figured today, well, today's Monday. Or I did Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm
You have
skipping
no idea,
today.
do you? You're so fucking gin brain, you don't know what you did.
Have a YouTube short for you tomorrow. One way or another. I already have one I can do. But I'm going to see if any new ones pop up today based on today's gameplay. And I will absolutely have a short for you tomorrow. Okay? There you go. And like I said, on my day off, Jasper's in the window. On my day off, I might have either a new short or I'm going to definitely upload that 5-minute montage of the funny moments from
that someone else made for you.
Ass Warzone stream the other day.
That you had absolutely nothing to do with.
Cool. Mr. Blue says, I just submitted a video from 1995. Sounds good. I can't actually wait to see what that ad is. That sounds good to me. Manara's God.
And of course, he's going to watch all the videos beforehand. There's not going to be actual legit reacts. These all going to be videos that he watched beforehand. Make sure there's no detractor content in it. He wants to make sure there's no Tevin in the upper right-hand corner or something.
Excuse me.
Right to the microphone. Thank you, DSP.
Manara's God says, Odyssey is not easy. No, it's not. Lost Odyssey is a tough JRPG. Also, Alabasta in One Piece is too long. I agree they should have done it, just the main plot points. But the game is still a pretty good 7 out of 10 for me. Well, there you go. Okay. Excuse me. All right, guys. Good time to end the show, right? Thank you all. Great.
Yes, end the show on us.
So, what are the takeaways?
Thank you, DSP.
Number 1, give me your feedback on Signalis and indies. How do I judge moving forward what I do for indie games? Because this obviously was a bad experiment, and I'm curious on your thoughts on that. Number 2, please submit advertisements for the upcoming Super Bowl event in that thread that we had just created. That would be perfect. And number 3, please let me know what kind of things you'd like to have on the Super Bowl stream. What kind of merch, what kind of silly things, food, etc. Give me your suggestions. I'll be taking all these in the next few weeks. I'm preparing for that event. It should be a really special event. I'm excited for it. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to gear up and game up, hit the field, get out there and do your absolute best because the Super Bowl's right around the corner. Thanks a lot and see you next time.
But you just said it's not a Super Bowl event. It has nothing to do with football. That looks like Super Bowl Saturday Bash to me. It has nothing to do with football, guys. Anyone who does is an idiot. How dare you say that has anything to do with football?
All right, let's get ready here.
What the fuck's he doing?
What I'm gonna do is let's change the camera, and I am gonna very briefly use the restroom. It will only be a
Of course, bathroom break.
moment, and then we're gonna jump right back into Alabasta. We're actually starting up a dungeon. I believe this is the final dungeon in Alabasta. And then once we do this dungeon, there's a couple boss fights, and then we're done with this area, and we can finally move on to the rest of the game. Hallelujah, right? Like, we've been waiting so damn long to get out of this intro segment. It's going to feel so relieving to be out of this intro segment and be somewhere new.
WWE Champions time,
and
guys.
see what the game has to, in store for us, all right? So, please give me a second. I'm just going to mute the mic, use the restroom quick. I'll be right back, and then we will start up with One Piece Odyssey. All right, guys? Thanks. I'll be right back. Actually, they changed the colors. There we go. I gotta get the ocean colors behind me for One Piece. All right. I'll be right back.
All right, it's been over 3 minutes. Maybe I actually wash his hands this time. I know. DSP washing his hands, that never happens. Come on, DSP. Come on, DSP. Couldn't even play the fan art, couldn't play one of his songs. Nope, just nothing. Well, you know what time it is, though, right? I should have it up and ready. I do, alright.
Oh, what that aroma can do, brighter day for me and you. The best part of waking up is in your cup.
Easily amused. And he's still not back yet. Maybe he pulled an Elvis and died on the toilet. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Last thing we got to hear from DSP is a throat clear before he passed out and died on the toilet. It wasn't found for days until Cat finally came back from Tyrone's. Hey, asshole, you're supposed to send me this money over PayPal and you didn't. Where? Oh, he's dead. Hopefully the life insurance I got on him goes through. Womp womp. I guess we just sit here forever. Forever. 6 minutes now at least. Going on 7 minutes now. . Must be getting lots of good polls on WWE Champions right now. Yeah, yeah. I just got to know Hulk Hogan. Terrible. No Hulk Hogan for you. And so we sit and we stare and we stare and we sit and we sit and we stare, waiting for this jackass to come back from playing WWE Champions. I don't know how you guys doing. As we sit here. Over 8 minutes now. Police were notified after one resident noticed the smell of the apartment began to improve. Gabby comes back happy with a big smile on his face. Oh, there we go, finally.
I don't know where Jasper went. I was looking for him. I know he was in the room next door because he was in the window and he was making all this noise. And then I just went over there and I'm looking all around. I'm like, where did he go? I have no clue where Jasper went.
Where you going?
He's
Oh,
around here somewhere.
You mentioned a delivery truck earlier.
I don't know. I'm back.
Delivery.
You guys ready?
And we're checking on this package that got delivered today.
Let's actually my pants are falling down.
Well, we wouldn't notice because you're supposed to be sitting down, DSP.
My
What the
pants
fuck
are
you
too
doing?
loose. I'm not fat like I used to be. Okay.
Hey, mention like, that sounds like a delivery truck door closing.
Okay.
So I wonder
Oh,
what
here
he
you
got
go.
today.
Here's the kitty. Jasper Cat, what you up to?
What did DSP get
He
today?
just said meow. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you were sunning. I know that. You were sunning in the window over there. You were making lots of noise. I'm going to start with One Piece. You going to stay in here with me now, buddy? Yes? He said meow. Okay, you going to stay in here? Okay. He says he'll stay in here and relax with me. Cool. Yes, I understand what he says. I can understand what Jasper says. Come on. Any good parent can understand what their child is saying. There, he laid down. See? He's relaxing. I know my cat. I know what's going on. No, he definitely didn't say no. He just laid down in front of me. He's gonna relax on watch the show. See, he likes the fact that I cleaned up my office because now the floor is open and he could just lay nicely on the carpet on the floor and relax.
What the fuck was on your floor before that he couldn't lay on the floor? I wonder. Oh,
Hello,
that's
Jado.
right.
How are you today?
Wires,
Welcome.
cables. The
Hello,
capture
Jade.
card
How
that
are
he
you
kept
today?
stepping
Welcome. How's
on.
everyone doing? George Costanza said, "Do you remember the Pants on the Ground song?" Yes, that's how I got Thugs on the Floor. That's where it came from. The Pants on the Ground song on American Idol became Thugs on the Floor. Man, I got this stupid frog in my throat today. I apologize, guys. I really want to get this out of my throat. It's bothering me. I don't want to be doing this all day. Yeah.
Well, you should probably do something about it before you start the stream.
Oh, let me move my camera.
Or
a little
while
bit
you were
so I don't
gone for
block this.
9 minutes off stream, getting your package
Second.
that was delivered to you today, maybe clear your throat then.
Here we go.
Yes, Agent Jesper in position, waiting orders.
Oh, am I
And
still
there we
off
go.
already? I am.
We just hit
Shoot.
2 hours. 2 hour pre-stream once again. 2 hours of sitting there doing absolutely
right? That's centered?
fucking nothing
Okay, cool.
but crying and begging.
First time watching One Piece, Al? Al, do you like JRPGs? If you like JRPGs, you'll probably dig the game. If you like One Piece, you'll probably dig the game. If you're looking for a lot of action, you're probably not going to get it. It's very slow paced like an anime, just to warn you, okay?
Alright, well, I'm done with his ass. I'll probably get a couple things on. I might actually come back for now I get my internet working or whatever the hell was going on with YouTube earlier working. I might come back with some Hollow Knight later. I want to play some more, but my biggest issue is I got that soul guy to beat, which I got to a second phase. I didn't know he had a second phase. Caught me off guard. I got to a second phase before. I'm hoping he gives me something. Because, like, I can't get through the deep area. I can't get through the Crystal Cove. Unless he gives me, like, Crystal Walk or something, I don't... It's like, I'm trying to get through these areas. It's like, okay, I don't have the reflex for it. I don't know where I'm going. I found someone that was sleeping. I hit them to try to wake them up. They didn't wake up. I got all kinds of shit going through on Hollow Knight, but I just don't know where to go or what to do. I was like, I do not want to watch a guide. I don't want to read a guide. Like, I want to be able to discover for myself. But I'll try to get another stream in tonight. And if during that stream I just can't figure out what the fuck to do or where to go, I just have to give up. And watch a guide and then try again on Wednesday, maybe. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day. I know, well, because it's my day off. I got to sleep in. Got to sleep until like 7:15. It was awesome. Yeah, I'm supposed to be at work for like an hour and 15 minutes at this point, and I got to sleep in till now. Woohoo. And DSP was still passed out. Womp womp.